GTV presents Chardon Hilltopper Football. The production of tonight's game is being underwritten by the Chardon Athletic Boosters Club and the following major underwriters. Howder's Lawn and Sports Center, Ohio's largest Cub Cadet dealer. Stop in and see their large selection of snowblowers. By Connecticut Quality Water Systems. Connecticut will tackle your water problems. Call 564-9100 for a free water analysis. By Max Dugan's, favorite restaurant of Hilltopper fans for casual dining. Open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to midnight, and Friday and Saturday, 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. And by Chuck Old Chevrolet, the area's exclusive Chevrolet and Pontiac dealer, celebrating their 14th year of servicing Geauga County. If you're considering a new or pre-owned vehicle, stop in and find out why. You'll like the way we do business. And hello again, everybody, and welcome to Chardon Hilltopper Football. I'm Craig Dees, joined by John Walsh. Tonight we're in East Liverpool, Ohio, as the Chardon Hilltoppers take on the East Liverpool Potters. And we've got a beautiful night for football here. We're about 100 miles from home or so, but we're expecting a dynamite ball game. But let's go back a week against the Euclid Panthers. Chardon with what a lot of people consider a stunning upset.
Well, I don't know if stunning is the proper word. I expected them fully to give them a game, but definitely the win was one of those things that wasn't fully expected. That probably was, as you said, Greg, the biggest regular season win in the history of Chardon Topper football.
Well, everybody's talking about it, and then you have to play this week, and you hope there's no letdown.
Yeah, well, I'm sure the coaching staff has that mental aspect drilled into the boys that you haven't proved anything yet till you get the ring on your finger. Ring being, of course, the state championship.
They've been there just a few short years ago. They're hoping to get back there again. And really, the offense of this team is, for years has been talked about. But really, if you look at this team this season, it's really being brought on by the defense.
Oh, that's very much so. Like last week at Euclid illustrated, where they took a premier program that had been putting 35, 40 points on the board and held them to 14. And that's kind of what the matchup is tonight. It's going to be the Topper defense against this East Liverpool Potters potent offense.
All right, well, that's the way we see it from down on the field. We'll step up to the booth. We'll have the kickoff in about 2 seconds. Well, we told you it only take us a couple seconds to get up here, and here we are. We are just about ready for kickoff here at East Liverpool High School, Patterson Field, as the Potters take the field. The Potters got their nickname years ago because this was the pottery capital of the world, or so, or very close to it. That was the main trade down here in this part of Ohio. We are within spitting distance of West Virginia.
Oh.
Matter of fact, I think it's to our left, is it not?
Yeah, and I think that's a real hefty spit. You can go to Pennsylvania as well. We're like in this tri-corner area of this country.
Well, better we should come down here this time of year than in the middle of November when their snow would be flying.
Oh, some of those hills would be brutal, wouldn't they? But this is definitely rolling country. Very beautiful, though.
And I tell you what, a lot of folks have made their way down here from Chardon, and if you weren't able to make the game in person, we're glad you could join us here on Channel 24 for tonight's broadcast. We are expecting a good ball game. We talked a little bit in the open about the letdown of Chardon, but a very intense Bob Doyle before the game tonight. I mean, as always, and I'm sure that they have talked about this more than once this week about the fact that no one can be taken lightly.
Oh, very much so. They have a way of deflating any heads that can become inflated like that. This coaching staff's been around it, playoff tested. They've been together for years and years. They know how to get the boys mentally prepared for the game. So I really don't expect a letdown. I expect a good competition, though, from the East Liverpool team.
The captains are going out to the middle of the field. They had the coin toss about 15 minutes ago or so, but I think they're going to reenact it for the crowd. We think that East Liverpool will get the ball because Chardon had won the toss and had elected to defer, but we'll see.
Oh, you let the cat out of the bag, Greg. We could have been the Nostradamuses and made a prediction ahead and just awed everybody.
And that is the call. They defer. So East Liverpool will get the football first, and I think that's good news for the Toppers. Their defense has been outstanding. I mean, Tony Fisher last week from Euclid, all you hear about is how many 3, 4, 5 touchdowns a week this kid scores. And the Topper defense, you were at the ball game last week, the Topper defense was impressive.
Oh, very much so. Short of those 2 runs that Fisher broke that just was excellently blocked up front, they shut him down to almost nothing. That was a very, very potent offense there.
Now, we saw them a couple of weeks ago against the North Rangers. I think we got a chance to see that on 24 also with our other Media One people, and they pitched a shutout that night. So Chardon's defense has been doing very well, and offensively they're scoring enough. The big story this season, Gary Renner breaking the single season or the career rushing record just a couple of weeks ago.
Yeah, I'll tell you, over the years, there's been some great running backs. Though, to be in that number one position is really saying something, but it's well-deserved and a tribute to both Gary and the line people that play in front of them.
This is a very picturesque ballpark right in the valley here by the river. We're actually below sea level at this point where we sit, but we'll get you some shots of this little ballpark down in the bottom of a valley. But Scott Mackar will do the kicking for Chardon. Going back deep for the Potters, Jeff Wright, who wears 86. He is the man in the middle. Rob Foreman will be on the far side, and Maurice Brown is on the near side, and that's interesting because Maurice Brown's the quarterback of this club, and they've got him going back deep on kicks.
Well, I guess they don't believe in protecting him, but Maurice, I'm sure, is just a ball player, so have him out there.
Well, glad you could join us on Geauga Local Access Cable Corporation's presentation of Chardon Hilltopper football. And we are ready to go, and you can hear the crowd below. We are on the Chardon side, which is kind of nice. Friendly fire over here.
Well, nice. Unfortunately, we know they're going to be loud. We'll have to see what the East Liverpool crowd's like.
So Mackar's kick goes toward Rob Foreman, and it goes out of bounds. They were not taking any chances on a return as Mackar punched it over to the far side. And that will give the East Liverpool Potters a first down and 10. Offensively, Seth Francis, Jason Weimer, Jason Jackson, John Freeman, and Nate Moffitt are the big guys up front, and they're all like 5'9", 225. There's 4 of them that are 5'9" or 5'10" at 225, and Francis is 6 foot and 245. The tight end is Jason Yawney. The wingback is Justin Boyd. The split end is Jeff Wright. The fullback is Ryan Roberts. Rob Foreman is the halfback, and the quarterback is number 1, Maurice Brown. He's a 5'10", 176-pound junior. First down and 10 on the 35-yard line. In motion goes Boyd. And on first down, Brown to throw. Lets it fly, and the pass is incomplete. On the coverage for Chardon was Keith McLeod. Defensively for Chardon, we're expecting to see Ken Fester, Chris Dakowitz, Keith Jenkins, and Mike Ammon up front. Mitch Hewitt, Tim Smith, and J.R. Vesey are the linebackers. Scott Mackar, Ben Chuha, Brad Crow, and Keith McLeod gets the start in the defensive backfield.
Okay, that defense is just offset. There was excellent pass coverage, good penetration up the middle from Chardon. As Brad Crow just had him blanketed, it really wasn't much of a chance for completion on that play. Good defense.
Second down and 10. Right split wide to the far side. This time they keep it on the ground, and they give it to Rob Foreman. Foreman had a little hole, and that got buttoned up in a hurry. Looked like Tim Smith on the tackle, gain of about a yard.
Yeah, that was almost set up like a punt return with a double wall lane for him to flow through. You know, they had the penetration, but they sealed it off and just kept them from the ball carrier. Let him get that, well, close to 1 yard of a gain.
So now third down and 9 for the Potters. The Toppers and the Potters, two of the more unique names that you'll run across. Justin Boyd in motion. This time Brown rolls near side. Had a man open for a second. Now he's going to have to eat the football and barely got back to the line of scrimmage. J.R. Vesey, among others, on the bottom of the pile. Also coming up off the bottom of the pile was Chris Dakowitz. So that'll bring up a gain of only a yard and a fourth down in a punting situation.
Yeah, that particular play, he had excellent coverage downfield. The line just kind of flowed, formed a wall in front of him. There was nowhere for quarterback Brown to go, but, you know, try to go forward, get what he can. No receivers were open. That was a coverage sack, if you will, at a 1 yard gain.
Scott Mackar and Ryan Davis go back deep. Wait the punt of Justin Boyd. It's headed toward Davis. He bobbles it and he keeps it across the 40. Barrels his way to the 46-yard line, and that is where the Hilltoppers will take over. First down and 10 offensively for the Hilltoppers. Keith Jenkins, Brian McCulcia, Jeff Neal, Larry McGurr, and Mark Burr are the men up front. Kevin Platts is the tight end. Scott Mackar, the wingback. Ryan Davis will be one of the split ends. Gary Renner is one of the running backs, and we're expecting to see Brad Crow there as well. And the quarterback is a 6'2", 200-pound senior, Brett Weidig. So first down and 10 for the Toppers at the 46. They give it to Renner. Renner, big hole right side over across midfield and into Potter territory, down to the 49-yard line before he is dragged down from behind by Jeff Wright. Gain of about 5. The defense for East Liverpool, Jason Yanni, Jay Howard, Chris Davis, and Nate Moffitt up front. They run a 4-4. The 4 linebackers are Robert Jackson, John Freeman, Matt Salisbury, and Justin Boyd. The defensive back, Jeff Wright and Rob Foreman, and the safety, Zach Jones. Gain of 5 on the play, 2nd down 5.
Running the option.
Leidig gives it to Renner, and Renner goes left side, and I got about a half a yard, so it'll bring up about 3rd down and 5. I am taking my time, John, watching Brett Leidig. Scott Neal did it to me for how many years, and Leidig is now in his 2nd year. I'm not saying till I know for sure who's got the ball. These guys are too good.
That's one of the things. I think they're going to start opening up more and more on the option class. Leidig started out the season with a tender ankle, so that really, they haven't got into the flow of their full option package as of yet. I think tonight we're going to see a lot of option action.
Ryan Davis.
Option action?
It's good.
Thank you.
3rd down and 5. Brad Crow tried the left side and got buried. Boy, got hit at the line of scrimmage. First by Jason Yanni, then was covered by another man. That'll be a loss of a yard or so in a 4th down and punting situation. Yeah, it has been months since we have worked together, my good man. I believe it was Vinny Stadium at Baldwin Wallace, 2nd round of the playoffs.
So Solon Chardon.
Heck of a ball game. Disappointing loss for the Hilltoppers, but a heck of a ball game. Makar into punt. Good high kick.
Boy, that is a nice one.
And it will be taken by Foreman. And Foreman puts his head down and moves up to near the 26-yard line, where that will be a 1st down and 10 now for the Potters.
That was a nice return, because it was one of those, rather than sitting there dancing and not getting nothing, he just immediately dove forward and got probably a 5-yard return out of it.
8 minutes, 28 seconds to go here in the opening quarter. There is no score. The 2nd possession now for East Liverpool. If you get a chance, pull out a map and look down on the West Virginia, Pennsylvania. It's about 6 inches down on the map.
Yeah. It seems a lot longer as you're coming down Route 11, I'll tell you.
Does. 1st down and 10. They'll spot it at the 26. They go Foreman. And Foreman barrels his way to near the 30, so he'll pick up about 3.5 or 4.
Yeah, he made a nice little inside change of direction cut where he cut back to the inside and probably gained another 2 yards off of that because they were sealing it right where the hole should have been. Just did that quick little veer, so that's a good-looking running back so far.
Rob Foreman, 5'9", 160. He's a senior. They split Jeff Wright out to the near side. There's Jeff Wright there. 2nd down and a long 6. Greg Sims goes in motion. They run up the gut. It's Foreman again, and he's got the 1st down as he moves his way across the 37-yard line.
Yeah, they kind of made the big motion to fake the pitch to the outside, brought it down, handed it inside where there was a good little hole open up for Foreman for the 1st down. First one of the game. This Liverpool offense is supposed to be pretty potent. They've been scoring some good points. They put over 40 on the board against an old team that Chardon played in the state finals, Rayland Buckeye Local, last weekend.
1st down and 10. They spot it at the 37-yard line. Brown to throw. Good coverage downfield. He tries to throw it underneath. It's picked off. Keith McLeod picks it off. He's got blockers ahead of him, but flags fly. And McLeod all the way down to the 14-yard line, but they'll be bringing this one back a bit. The flag is sitting at the 22-yard line. Well, I don't know where Brown was throwing it. He had Jeff Wright, but Wright was about 15 yards further down than where he threw that football. Keith McLeod was right there, right in his hands, and took it right up the sideline.
I'll tell you, Brown did a heck of a job, though, fighting off that block in front of him because there was nobody else except him. Blocker was right on him. He just wouldn't give any ground or something to stop it from going into the end zone.
Holding is the call against Chardon, but that'll only take the football back to the 32-yard line. It was on the return. And the Hilltoppers in excellent field position on their 2nd possession of the night.
I think we just had the first possession being one of those feeling out things. I think now it's ready for the big bombs to start coming as these two offenses just kick it in gear.
Heidig hangs it to Renner, and Renner goes nowhere fast. Matt Salisbury come up from his linebacker spot and knock Gary back for a loss of 2.
Yeah, there wasn't anything. They kind of shot the gaps, held their ground. There was absolutely no place for Renner to go. That was a good job of filling the gaps by those Potters up front.
See the smoke up in the upper right-hand corner of your screen. They got a barbecue pit back there.
They got quite a spread, I guess.
About halftime, I'd be ready for that stuff.
Yeah, my son was saying they got phenomenal sausage sandwiches.
Now you tell me.
Like going to the Maple Festival for you Chardonites.
2nd down and 12. I need this information before the game starts. They pitch it back. Crow is lucky to come up with it, and he is swamped under at the 45-yard line. Finally making the tackle was Zach Jones, but Brad Crow did well to, number 1, corral the football, and number 2, not cough it back up when he was smothered under.
Oh, yeah, that's not when you get that gift off the interception or something, you don't want to just turn it right back over. It is waving a flag. Oh.
So the Chardon offense sputtering here to begin the ball game. They had the football all the way down to the 32-yard line, and now it is back to the 46. We have 3rd down. Oh, I can't even
27, I would guess.
27 sounds good.
They say 34 on the scoreboard.
Well, that's where the ball is.
Oh.
And it's actually on the 46, but who's keeping track? Renner got up to the 40-yard line. And another punting situation for the Hilltoppers. So Scott Mackar will get himself in punt formation and try to angle it toward the sidelines.
Yeah, if he gets one like he had last time, he's going to be pinning them real deep into their own territory.
It's 4th down and 18. And again, it's Foreman going back deep with Jeff Wright. Scott gets off a nice boot right down the middle. They're going to let it bounce, and it bounces into the end zone. And the Potters will get the football at the 20-yard line. This is the 100th year of football here at East Liverpool. Back 100 years ago, the team was called the Eclipse. 16 men, kind of a rugby-style team that they had going, and well, you remember that.
Yeah, I was in the first scrum, I believe.
But 100 years, there's a lot of teams in this area that we've known that are doing the 100-year thing. There's Bob Doyle. Concerned look on his face early that offensively haven't played up to par, but the defense is certainly picking up where they've been leaving off. 1st down and 10, the ball's at the 20-yard line. Straight up the gut, they go to the fullback, Ryan Robertson. He barrels for a 1st down up to the 32-yard line.
Yeah, they're opening up some nice little holes, and those 2 1/4 linemen you were talking about are getting and just blowing them off. Yeah, so far this is a good, impressive-looking, potent offense. They're mixing in. They open up with that first pass. They've tried a couple other air attacks since then, but they're having good success on the ground.
1st down and 10. They spot it at the 32-yard line. This time it's Foreman hit from behind the line of scrimmage by Dakowitz, but he's able to fall forward for a yard or so.
Yeah, but he was slowed up a lot. Dakowitz got enough where he could just grab with the arms, and I'll tell you, those are some strong arms there. Kind of grabbed him, spun around, and let his teammates finish off the job. Good penetration that time.
So far, the running attack hasn't been bad. There's my buddy Jeff in the left-hand corner. I was telling Dave when we came up here, I ran into an old high school chum of mine that lives in Chardon.
There's people that old still go to football games, huh?
And drive this far, too.
Wow, yeah.
Down in 9.
Incredible.
Greg Sims goes in motion. Maurice Brown being chased and being spun down to the ground. Ken Fester, that very up close and personal with Maurice Brown. I was just about to say the running attack has been going well, but as soon as they try to throw the football, they're going nowhere in a hurry, and they proved it again there.
Yeah, I'm not sure if he was rolling out to throw it. As you can see on here, I'm not sure if he was rolling out to throw it or it was just a quarterback keeper. Again, that went off that show the fake pitch move that they had success for where they did it before and did the inside run. That time, like I said, I'm not sure. He might have been rolling out the throw or it just might have been a quarterback outside keeper.
3rd down and 17. Chardon fans down below. You can hear them cheering for the defense as Brown to throw again. Hit as he throws, and that is incomplete. He got leveled by Tim Smith, who blitzed right up the gut. Brown did well to even get rid of that football.
Yeah, obviously came in untouched, because I'll tell you, he was right on top of him, because that was just a quick little short screen to the right side. They set up. Brown didn't have time at all to get himself.
And it was a standing ovation for the Chardon Hilltopper defense as Rob Foreman, or check that, Justin Boyd. No, it is Rob Foreman going to punt. Rob Foreman goes back in punt formation. Makar goes back deep. And he is back there with Ryan Davis. And Makar going to go to the far side. Got a nice wall as he turns the corner into Potter territory before he is smacked out of bounds inside the 35-yard line.
Like you said, Greg, he did have a nice wall set up in the white shirt. The only problem with the wall was it was set up too close to the sideline where he didn't have that running room to juke down it. That's something that's really impressed me on this Chardon team this year is their special teams have been playing absolutely outstanding. They've had good kick teams. They've had excellent return team coverage teams. That's one of the areas, I don't know if it's some improvement to coaching or if it's just a talent-based thing, but their special teams have been playing outstanding ball this year.
3 minutes, 24 seconds to go here in the first quarter. It's Makar trapped behind the line of scrimmage, and down he goes. John Freeman covered Scott Makar back at the 41-yard line, and a loss of near 5.
I tell you, Freeman got himself some big-time penetration that time. Makar couldn't even get started. He had two of the Potters sitting there just waiting for him to come around to the outside.
I don't know if we can get a shot of this later on, Andy, but there's actually a little pot at the end that has a fire inside of it, like a little kiln. All kinds of neat things at this ballpark. 2nd down and 15. Right now, the neat thing is the defense for the Potters has been outstanding. Whiting, the throw looks underneath. Great grab by Makar.
Boy,
gets
that
back
was.
to the original line of scrimmage. He is hit and dropped.
Yeah, it was one of those things. The Potter defense was right on it. You can't get much better coverage than that. It was just Makar went high for the pass, brought it down, and took the hit holding onto the ball.
Linebacker Justin Boyd made the tackle. So back to the original line of scrimmage now. So 3rd down and 10. Clock continues to run. We are down to 2 minutes and 11 seconds to go here in the opening quarter.
We may be borderline 2-down territory from this area of the field.
I think you're right.
Depending on what they do here.
Whiting the throw again. Looking downfield, going to heave it up. Looking for Davis, and it's picked off. And a touchback will be called.
That's better than the punt, or is he in the end zone?
Yes, he caught it, and his momentum took him into the end zone, so they'll call it a touchback. Jeff Wright came up to make that interception. Brett heaved that thing about 40 yards.
On a straight line, that was a diagonal, so it was probably a little bit more than that in the air.
All right, now we got a problem here because they blew the whistle when his momentum carried him into the end zone. They've got one football spotted at the 1-yard line, just to the right of the defense, or the offense, I should say. Well, don't go anywhere, boys. We got officials all over the place. So they should lift the ball up at the 1 because they blew the play dead when he went into the end zone, and that's what they'll do. All right, that's the proper call.
They wanted to make sure that they were in agreement with you, though, Greg.
The ball is at the 20-yard line. It's a 1st down and 10 now for the Potters. 1:56 to go, opening quarter. We have no score. Craig Dees, along with John Walsh, will be heading down to the sideline here shortly. Brian Kenny is down there.
Long count. I'm guessing that was kind of just a check to see how disciplined the front group was at Chardon. The coach probably said, well, let's test them out, see if we can get a cheap 5 yards for the encroachment.
Well, Ryan Roberts got a tough 5 yards on the run, and that'll bring up a 2nd down and 5.
We should go back to quick hitting football here. It kind of showed they were disciplined up front group as you see the play coming in that. Really, you can't see it hold that much, actually. It's just a bunch of white and blue bodies coming at each other. I think Mitch Hewitt finishes the play off.
Tim Smith started it. 2nd down and a short 5. They go up the gut one more time, and that is
Little short of the first down marker,
that was Freeman that time.
Got about a 3rd and 2. I tell you, this Potter offense does look good. They're mixing stuff up. I mean, they haven't had any success with their passing game yet, but they're showing it is there. They've been doing good inside counters. They've been having their little fake pitches. One of these times they got to throw the pitch to the outside, I'm assuming. You can't just fake it all night or no one's going to fall for your fake eventually if you don't show them the real thing.
3rd down and 2, down to 28 seconds to go. Foreman tried the right side. He didn't get it.
I don't think so.
Didn't get it. Might have got a half a yard out of that. Well, the way they're moving the chains, maybe a yard, but it'll still bring up 4th down and 1 yard to go as the clock continues to run, and that ought to do it for the first quarter, and it will. Well, we've reached 1 quarter, and we have no score. Tonight's production is being underwritten by the Chardon Athletic Boosters Club and the following major underwriters: Howder's Lawn and Sports Center, Ohio's largest Cub Cadet dealer. Stop in and see their large selection of snowblowers. By Connecticut Water Quality Systems. Connecticut will tackle your water problems. Call 564-9100 for a free water analysis. By Max Dugan's, favorite restaurant of Hilltopper fans for casual dining. Open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. till midnight, and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. And by Chuck Old Chevrolet, the area's exclusive Chevrolet and Pontiac dealer, celebrating their 14th year of servicing Geauga County. If you're considering a new or a pre-owned vehicle, stop in and find out why you'll like the way we do business. Tonight's program is also being supported by Gary's Towing and Service, by A.J. Goulder Electric Company, by Junction Auto Sales, and by Pizza Plus. Also, Lawson Ford and Mercury. We help all these people, and GTV and the Chardon Athletic Boosters would like to thank these businesses and individuals for their support. Let's go down to the field, and here's Brian Kenny.
Good afternoon, I'm Brian Kenny, and I'll be supplying your sideline up-to-the-minute reports from here at Patterson Field. We're located, it's difficult to see it tonight here. One side, on one end zone, we have a mountain range, and the other side we have the Ohio River. Folks in this area call it the Potters because this area is famous for pottery. They also have a very famous alumni, a guy by the name of Lou Holt you might recognize. Right now, back up to the booth with Craig and John.
Thank you very much, Brian. The punt begins quarter number 2, and it's taken by Davis. And he stays on his feet and probably wishes he hadn't as he got pile driven in at the 35-yard line. Yeah, and bounces up. So 1st down and 10. The Toppers get the football back. Scoreless, excellent defensive game here in the first quarter.
Oh, very much so. Like we said, it was the defensive-based team heading against the offensive team, and they've kind of just clashed heads and going at each other. Well, this Potter defense has done a good job taking away Chardon's offense thus far. Yeah, I don't think it's like you were mentioning earlier. I don't think there's any letdown at all after the Euclid game. I think they just run up against another good quality football team.
Well, when you've got the reputation Chardon has, John, you become everybody's biggest game. You're the team that they gun for. You're the one they circle on the schedule when you come to town. They hand the ball to Brad Crow, and Brad falls ahead to the 36-yard line, maybe the 37. So give him about a gain of a yard. But teams like Chardon don't sneak up on anybody, and they've always, for the last 4 or 5 years, have been one of the best teams in Northeast Ohio. So it's a big ball game for everybody.
Yeah, that's very true. And the Euclid win only up their stature. It's unfortunate. They may come back to bite them when they try to schedule teams, because it's, that's even more credibility of what a fine program this is.
Riding to throw. The pass is completed to Jason Adams, who had just checked into the game, right up to midfield. Beautiful slant pattern. Jason extended his body, reeled it in, and that's a 1st down for the Toppers.
That was a nice pass. Whiting delivered it low there. And Adams just went down and, like you said, strung out, made a nice catch, made sure he pulled it into his body before hitting the ground.
Ryan Davis checks back in. You saw him just leave us on the. Watch this catch.
There's the catch. Well, there's a nice shot of the referee. And there's Davis on the ground.
1st down and 10. They give it to Gary Renner, and Renner got about a yard.
I think they're starting to go. I see a lot of these Liverpool defensive guys. Well, I'm sorry, I keep calling them Liverpool. East Liverpool. If I refer to you as Liverpool, I don't mean to begrudge half of your name.
Well, it felt like we...
Jersey sound is down here. Anyhow, I see their defensive players starting to turn around. They're getting a little confused by the deception and the counters and stuff, because I see a lot of them spinning.
This time they give it to Crow. Flags fly, all kinds of flags fly. Brad hanging on to the football as he gets up near the 43-yard line.
I think we might have had a hold right on the corner where he was trying to make his cut.
Zach Jones made the tackle for the Potters, and that's what we have, holding against the Hilltoppers. That'll move them back, all the way back to the 42-yard line.
Well, I like that referee's call. You see, he spread those arms out and brought him back in. It was a grandiose call.
You're not going to miss this gentleman's call.
Oh, that time he just went back to your typical, keep the elbows in and pull it down. But the last time the arms were really widespread. You see Crow cutting in here. They are going after the ball.
Yeah, look at...
You can see him in. Crow had smarts to just wrap up on it, knowing that they were trying to strip it.
Chris Davis helping out on that tackle as well. It's a second down, 19 yards to go for the Hilltoppers. They have found themselves in second and long many times this evening as Makar goes in motion. And they give it to Renner. And Renner spins his way up to the 45-yard line and all the way to the 47, dragging Matt Salisbury. He was also dragging Jeff Wright. Wow.
Yeah, that's the thing. He didn't have the head of steam because that first hit on him kind of took away his momentum and stuff. So that was just pure leg power. He didn't really have his momentum build up where he could have broke those tackles. As you see here, the handoff to Redder. He's getting a nice block from the outside by his guard, Magruder. Cuts the inside, gets slowed down just enough to take away a lot of his power.
That was 3 tackles that you saw there. Whiting with the pump fake. Now he's going deep, and he's got it. And Crow down to the 32-yard line, laid that out, and Crow extended himself. Now they're calling it incomplete. Whoa.
Ooh.
The Boo Birds are out.
I suppose they had a better angle, but I sure didn't see any ball bouncing on the ground.
That was a heck of an effort nonetheless by Brad Crow. Yeesh, that looked like a heck of a grab. And that'll bring up a 4th down and a punting situation at the 9:03 mark here in the first half. That would have been big.
Yeah, that definitely would have given them that first down, and they had their first serious threat of the night.
Makar to punt. Line drive headed for Foreman. Foreman takes it at the 20. Cuts across the 30 down to the 31-yard line. And he is covered by Chardon's Adam Neal. So first down and 10 for the Potters at the 31-yard line. We are still scoreless. Craig Dees along with John Walsh, Brian Kenny running the sideline for us tonight. We welcome you to East Liverpool, Ohio. I looked at my odometer from my palatial estate in Perry today, and it was a little over 100 miles down here.
Palatial estate.
You like that, huh?
I see, yeah. I don't know. I just kept looking for the road markers. I didn't really pay attention.
Otherwise known as my humble bungalow.
Yes. Place I hang my hat.
That's right. Place I store my stuff because I'm never there. We got all kinds of movement. Flags will fly. But you and I will be back again for the Shaker Heights game.
Yes, we will. Saturday afternoon football.
Yeah, and then I'm booked the rest of the season with you, but you'll be back for 2 more ball games, and then we'll hook up again in the playoffs. It'll be our 4th year in a row. You see how confident I am after 5 weeks that Chardon's going to the playoffs.
I think my wife could stand it after 4-year anniversary or something like that, if she only saw me once a week. But unfortunately, she has a little more trouble.
Well, we all have our crosses we must bear, don't we?
That's right. She's definitely destined for sainthood.
That's right. That's her ticket to heaven. She could probably murder somebody and still get there because she lives with you.
And she may.
First down and 15. Maurice Brown being chased again as he throws. And he is collared, and they're going to throw a flag. They're going to throw a flag on Mitch Hewitt. Bulldog Maurice Brown down to the ground and must have had his hand in a face mask at the same time.
Boy, I don't know. I mean, it's hard to see from this angle, but it looked like he came over the top. And I don't know. I thought it was more on the neckline or something. They call it personal foul,
Yep.
face mask.
Yep.
You can't see it from that angle. You had to have to be on the other side of the field. That's where the referee was, but really the way he came over the top, I don't know how he could have really grabbed the face mask.
But the one tip-off is how quickly Mitch Hewitt jumped up and said, I didn't do it, I didn't do it. That's sometimes a tip-off that you're guilty as charged. That face mask took place so far back that it's not a first down. Well, it is a first down, but it's first down and about a yard. They did not get back to where they needed to get for the original first down.
Yeah, that's one of those confusing spot fouls that a lot of people say, why is it not? But it's marked off from where that infraction happens.
And that will be another first down now.
Yeah, his forward momentum took him over the first down line.
Roberts was hit in the middle by Kevin Platts, and also J.R. Vesey looked like he was in helping out. Clock continues to run. We are down to 8 minutes and 12 seconds to go here in the first half. Coming up at halftime, we will have the Hilltopper Marching Band. We will not be able to show the East Liverpool Marching Band, but we will get to see the Topper Marching Band. They came in that. I never saw that bus before.
What, the Spirit bus?
Is that what it's called?
That carries band equipment and all kinds of goodies. It's like an equipment bus for the band.
Rob Foreman goes around the left side and moves his way up to the 45-yard line, so he'll pick up about 3. I'll tell you what, nice crowd here tonight, considering it's quite a hike, and people do work for a living.
Well,
and
I don't know.
To drive this far south right after work is not easy.
Yeah, I'm guessing it must have been a case of a lot of people taking a half day of vacation or whatever, because boy, that is a haul. I'll tell you, like you said on that map, it's only 6 inches, but boy, that is one heck of a 6 inches.
Yeah, but nothing like a good Friday night of high school football. Chris Dakowitz grabbed Rob Foreman behind the line of scrimmage and caused that loss of a yard.
Got it. Here you can see here as Dakowitz comes from behind, gets his penetration. Well, who is that standing holding his ground? Well, that's Ben Schuha standing there coming up from a safety position. Got a form in the wall so Dakowitz can come up behind and get his tackle.
Third down and it's about 8.5 yards to go. They split Jeff Wright to the near side. Craig Sims is in as a wing. Flags fly across the middle. They come to Jeff Wright, who got whacked by Dakowitz again, but we do have a flag back at the 43-yard line. Illegal motion will be the call against East Liverpool. And that, well, they'll probably decline it because it's going to be 4th down and about 4.
I would think so, yeah. There was J.R. Vesey and Chris Dakowitz coming together and making a Potter sandwich, if you will. Watch this. As they cut across, they hit a little kind of an odd slant pattern over the middle, but watch the sandwich job that comes as Vesey comes from his front, Dakowitz hits him from behind, and pow.
Had some hard hitting going on this evening. 6 minutes, 29 seconds and counting here in the first half. We are still scoreless.
Yeah, this will be the...
What a beautiful night for football, though.
Oh, this
beautiful
is just
setting,
incredible.
number one, and just a gorgeous night. Temperatures are at about in the mid-60s down here.
Not knowing I brought down the long johns, 4 sweatshirts, 3 jackets.
And a partridge in a pear tree as Foreman belts that one into the end zone.
Wow.
That will be a 53-yard punt.
And
wow.
Pretty much all air, too. I mean, that wasn't a big roll to get that 53 yards. He really got his foot into that one.
Next week, the Hilltoppers travel to Willoughby South. Had a chance to see South earlier this season. Definitely a rebuilding year for them. Another should be another victory for the Hilltoppers, the way South is going.
Well,
they're competitive, but
South
they're not in Chardon's class right now.
That's starting to show improvement as the season going on. I think it was Brush last week they took care of.
Yeah. They had some trouble early with injuries.
Right.
And some of their people are coming back. Brian Russ is back as one of the fullbacks. And they're starting to get some of the seniors. They don't have many of them, but they're starting to get some of them healthy. So, yeah, they could be something to reckon with, but it's, loss of another couple of yards as Makar was on the carry.
Yeah, I'll tell you, he had no running room at all. They're shooting linebackers in there and finding those little gaps to get them into the backfield. Because that time when Makar got the ball, Matt Salisbury, I know their one middle linebacker was there waiting for him, as was another player too. So they're doing some upfront stunning and getting their linebackers into the flow and just taking the legs away from the Chardon players before they get started.
Ball's at the 18, it's 2nd and 12. Whiting throws underneath, intended for Platts. Platts was there. It was also headed in the direction of Jason Adams, but that was definitely intended for Platts because Adams was about 15 yards deeper.
Yeah, he was like the deep man, pretty much the same pattern. It was a little bit behind Adams. He went into almost a split trying to reach back and get the deflection as the ball went behind him. It really didn't have much of a chance to catch it.
3rd down and 12. Toppers need to get a couple first downs here because East Liverpool ought to get some pretty decent field position if they don't capitalize here. Makar again tried the middle. Didn't get much. Might have lost another yard. Boy, this East Liverpool defense, they've lost 2 games this season. Who the heck did they play? Because their defense has just been outstanding here in the first half.
I don't know. Possibly they ran into a strong defensive team and a kicker that can kick a 70-yard field goal. As you can see here, there really wasn't anywhere to go. Again, Makar just can't get started. Every time he seems to touch the ball, there's 3 Liverpool guys stand there watching him take the handoff.
Makar's kick is taken by Jeff Wright, and Jeff Wright again stays on his feet inside the 35 down to the 32-yard line. And we said it, East Liverpool will have excellent defense, so once again it's going to be up to the Chardon defense to stand tall.
I'll tell you, his own teammate Robert Jackson gets an assist on that as the returner just ran flat square into his own teammate. Well, this is good field position, plenty of time, 4:41 left in the half for the Potters to do something here. As you see the end of the replay there and that punt return.
East Liverpool, I think. Yep, East Liverpool is going to take a timeout. While we've got the opportunity, I want to let you know that tonight's game is not being produced with cable subscriber franchise fees. Most other programming is funded by cable franchise fees from Burton Township, Burton Village, Chardon Township, Chardon Village, Hamden Township, and Middlefield Village. Tonight's program, however, is a special program underwritten by local businesses in the Chardon area and done so because of the considerable distance to East Liverpool and the concern that some of the Topper fans might not be able to make the drive. So we really appreciate the efforts of the Chardon Athletic Boosters Club for putting this project together. Those are the people. Next time you see a Chardon booster member, any of the people that we've mentioned tonight as being sponsors, they're the ones responsible for bringing you this game tonight. So just, it doesn't hurt to pick up the phone and give them a call and say, hey, saw the game, thanks a lot, appreciate it. Couldn't get all the way down to East Liverpool and see the ball game. There's a good shot of the East Liverpool fans, and down on the field, here's Brian Kenny.
Hard-hitting action on both sides of the ball tonight. The referee actually called an official timeout right there so both teams could get water. Back up to you, Craig and John.
Over the right side, the left side, they go with Rob Foreman, and Foreman moves his way down to the 31, so only picks up a yard, so 2nd down and 9. Boy, both offenses have been stymied this evening.
Yeah, I'll tell you, somebody that's really getting in and causing a lot of havoc for that Chardon defense is Dakowitz. He's like camping out in their backfield. Whoever's trying to block him is finding out that's a very difficult task, because I'll tell you, he's quick and he comes out about 5'10", 260 frame, so he's low to the ground, low center of gravity, and with his quickness, he's just getting right in there.
He's sitting over Freeman and Moffitt on the offensive line, and those guys go 2 1/4, but Dakowitz doing the job. Kevin Platts on the tackle that time as they give the football to Ryan Roberts. Clock continues to run. We're down to 3 minutes and 47 seconds to go here in the first half. Again, coming up at halftime, we plan on bringing you the Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band.
Ta-da. Eddie, looking at
Danny Hoffman, one of the assistant coaches. We got to remember to look at the 50-50 raffle tickets. He said if he wins, we get half.
Well, we'll never tell him if he got the winner, will we?
Dan, it's
so much for this honor amongst thieves. Never bought that stuff anyhow.
3rd down and 9, and flags flying. That'll be a delay. Delay a game against East Liverpool. And those are those self-inflicted wounds, John, that when the offense is sputtering as it is, that's the last thing you need is to to cause yourself to lose 5 yards like that.
Oh, especially at this point in the field, though. They had the ball on the 30-yard line, and I'll tell you, there hasn't been many offensive plays that have run any deeper than this tonight. This has been a real defensive struggle.
So 3rd down and 14 now. Boyd goes in motion. And Maurice Brown to throw. See if he even gets this off. He has been just dogged tonight. The throw is incomplete. Short hopped into the hands of Jeff Wright. The linesman right on the case. And 4th down and 4th down territory, obviously. You're sitting at the 35-yard line. I think you almost have to go for it here, right?
I don't know. They're sending in 5 guys. Is this they're going to try to pin them?
Well, it's possible.
But,
we'll see.
The point is I'd go for it. I'd give it a shot because their
the
defense has been playing
right?
well. Yeah, so far they haven't had any reason to doubt their defense. So
maybe they'll have a fake.
It's not exactly giving them absolutely premier field position.
Well, Rob Foreman stands back at the 47, and he will angle it toward the sideline. And it bounces at the 1 and gets into the end zone. Oh, that was unfortunate. No. I thought that they knocked it back. And Ryan Roberts covered it and slid into the end zone, but they mark it at, boy, that can't be much more than the 1-foot line.
Well, maybe they can, maybe that's a part of the strategy. They know how to stop it. They're going for 2.
Wow. Now it's up, and I tell you what, the way the defense has been playing and the amount of lost yardage running for Chardon, this is a huge couple of plays. They can't afford to be tripped up because looking at the ball, it is spotted right at the 1-yard line.
Yeah, you see the ball bouncing around there.
Such a high bounce and just
but really the angle won't let you know what's really going on.
Great save. That's where I thought it went rolling into the end zone, that Roberts might have been shoved in there. Chardon's going to take a timeout, and I don't blame them. They've got to make sure they get this ball out of play.
I think you're just going to see quick hitters right to Renner up the gut.
Game ball ticket. All right. So we got game ball tickets too, John. Let's go down to the field, and here's Brian.
Following a booming 53-yard punt by the East Liverpool punter, the Toppers find themselves buried at the goal line, about the half-foot line, actually. During the timeout, Coach Doyle was imploring his troops to avoid the penalties that have stopped their drives and stopped them from establishing an offensive continuity. Back up to you, Craig and John.
Much, Brian. And he's right, imploring the guys to quit those penalties, and you have to. Guess what? Mr. Hoffman did not win the game ball. He said he would split that with us, and I wasn't sure how that would
No, he didn't. It's just incidental. We're going for that 6-course dinner after the game's over, isn't it, Craig? Just kidding, Mr. Hoffman.
All right. Now it's a 1st down and 10. So exactly 3 minutes to go here in the first half. Dakowitz comes off the field for Chardon.
Larry McGrewer goes in at the guard position.
So 1st down and 10. Yep, Brett going to keep it and was able to get a yard or so. I was wondering if that's the way they would go. I don't think that was a bad way of thinking.
No, that's even quicker than the quick handoff to Renner, I suppose. Just try to get forward as much as you possibly can, as quick as you can, because you can't afford to lose any ground at all, because they're close to 2-point territory for that safety.
Yeah, they got a gain of a yard, so 2nd down and 9. East Liverpool still has 2 timeouts left. Chardon happy to let the clock run down as we're down to 2 minutes and 25 seconds to go here in the half.
Yeah, Liverpool really doesn't need to burn their timeouts at this time yet.
This time they do go to Renner, and Renner squirts his way up to the 4-yard line. A little breathing room.
Yeah, now you can open up a little bit. Try to get the 1st down, but you can't get too reckless. Nothing too slow or any penetration can drop you for, well, it's not much, maybe 3.5 yard loss. You'll be in the end zone.
Yeah, well, what kills you is when you're standing in the end zone, even if you get the handoff in just a slip, in the safety. So now they got a little bit of breathing room.
Right, as Renner comes rumbling out there.
Clock continues to run. 1:48 to go here in the first half. 3rd down and 7. Whiting under center. There's a great shot down on the field. They give it to Renner. And Renner lost some yardage there. That's exactly what we were talking about. Lost some yardage. Back to the 2-yard line. So 4th down and 8. And now East Liverpool will take timeout number 2.
Oh, yeah, they want to.
You think that?
You can see here as the handoff comes, Renner's coming, taking the handoff. You got penetration coming. Good block up front there. Good block.
Matt Salisbury, there's that guy again.
Yeah, just too many blue shirts sitting in there.
Now, all right, let's go down to the field, and here's Brian.
As you can see right here, the Hilltoppers will be punting from about the 2-yard line. Not much room for the kicker to set up, and he's got to watch that back end line. Coach Doyle on the field right now imploring his troops, get it out of here. Back to you, Craig and John.
There's Brian with his football knowledge, because as he well knows as well, you need roughly 15 yards to properly get off a punt. Makar's only got 12, so he's going to be punting a lot closer to the center's butt than he normally does. Can you say that on TV?
What?
Center's butt.
They've said a lot worse than that if you go back over the face. Makar will stand about a yard inside that back line. So not only is this punt important, so is a snap, and it's a good one, and Scott gets it off. Headed toward Foreman, who bobbles it at the 36. Oh, he's in big trouble. Gets across the 35 and down to the 34. Tackle made by Ken Fester was one of a few down there. So now it's back on the shoulders of the Chardon defense. I think East Liverpool was one that took that last time out, so they should have one left.
Oh, I'm sure they did, because that's you can see here he got smothered. It was that initial bobble that kind of lost him any opportunity for any kind of a return at all. Got out of sync, turned left, turned right, and all he saw was white shirts in front of him.
Okay, minute 15 to go. You see Jeff Wright way at the far left-hand side of your screen. Maurice Brown to throw. Finds Wright over there. Wright tries to get out of bounds and does. Skips inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. Nicely done by Jeff Wright. Looked like he made a little jog move to the middle and then fired his way out of bounds and picked up a quick 6.
Yeah, really don't know what Liverpool has as far as the way of a place kicker. If they have a strong one, that might be their plan here. Kind of get out of bounds, save the clock, move it down for 8-10 yards at a gain or something. You see, it's just a quick hitter to the outside, and he uses the side. As soon as he sees Chua, Ben Chua coming in on him, veers it out of bounds to save that clock.
This time it's Foreman. And Foreman broke a tackle and got a first down. That will stop the clock as they move the chains as he gets all the way down to the 22-yard line. That wing offense again with cutters here and cutters there, and it ended up being Rob Foreman with the carry.
Yeah, we got 1:01 left as the clock should be stopping here now. Here's they get it going again.
There they go. Down to the 22. East Liverpool, I think, again has one timeout left.
I believe so.
Chardon fans up on their feet below. Maurice Brown to throw. Hit as he throws, and that's incomplete. He got nailed by Kevin Platts. Brown has not had a whole lot. He's been running for his life on just about every pass attempt.
I think we had a safety blitz going on as I saw Ben Chua was right standing over him as well.
Motion is the call against East Liverpool. Now do you take that one?
That was first. Sure. 46 seconds. The clock is not the big enemy right now. It's you want to get some real estate going.
Oh,
because with only the one timeout, chances of them not using their full 3 downs, probably are pretty slim. So take the real estate.
Nope, they'll decline the penalty. Second down. So second down and 10. Greg Sims is now split to the near side, and they run Ben Wright to the far side. They take the wing out of the ball game. And Brown to throw. Brown rolls out, looks underneath, and the pass is complete. That is Jeff Wright all the way down to the 7-yard line. That was a nice catch. Nice pattern across the middle. Everybody rolled that way. Watch it again.
Yeah, that pass was thrown down low where Wright was the only one who could catch it.
Nice catch. right in front of Brad Crow. Not much Brad could do there. The Chardon fans again up on their feet, as are the Potter fans on the far side. 21 seconds and counting. Up the gut they go. That time it's Ryan Roberts, and Roberts.
We taking the last timeout?
Yeah. Wow.
13
surprised
seconds.
by that? Surprised you don't stay in the air. You go to Roberts. You only got one timeout left. There's 13 seconds to go now.
No, not really.
Okay.
I think they just kind of said, we want 3 points. We'll take a lead going into the halftime. So it was kind of more a centering play more than anything. They want to put that ball right there so their field goal kicker would have a good angle on it.
Well, they're going to have to run another play like that because the ball's way on the right hash mark. Uh-oh. Did you lose your varsity jacket?
Years ago. Kind of dry rotted, that 100-year thing.
Yeah.
Well, somebody was telling me before the game, I guess over the banks where the railroad tracks are.
Oh, hang on. Let's go down to the field, and here's Brian Kenny.
The East Liverpool coaches having a difficult time staying in the coaching box there as they went to the line and took too much time in the huddle. One timeout remaining for the Potters. Look for them to put the ball in the air here.
2nd down and 8.
Oh, they're running a play. I thought they were setting up for a field goal.
Boyd goes in motion.
Long count again.
Around the throw this time. Being chased, being hit, being sacked by Dakowitz.
7 seconds.
Chris Dakowitz has put on a show here in the first half. And now they will go for the field goal. Chardon was the one that took the timeout in the end zone for the punt. 7 ticks of the clock remain. 3rd down and 8, but that's pretty much irrelevant at this time. And we will see. Should be Brian Miller in to attempt the. Watch Dakowitz there. See number 73? Just dragged him down with one arm, John. What strength, huh?
Oh, yeah, that's incredible. An incredible quickness for somebody that if you look at him physically, you wouldn't expect that super quickness out of him. But I tell you, he's got it. And I think a lot of those linemen for the Potters don't appreciate the fact that he does have it.
So Brian Miller will attempt the field goal. It will be a 30-yarder out of the hold of Nate Kinsey. The snap's a good one. The kick's got the distance, and it is good. So with 2 seconds to go here in the first half, the Potters have jumped out on top by a score of 3-0.
As you can see it going right through the crossbars.
Boy,
there
right
it goes.
Dead center, huh?
Almost hit the cameraman down below.
So a 20-yard, or a 30-yard field goal, I should say, is our only score. And it took all of 23 minutes and 58 seconds to get there. And East Liverpool leads Chardon by a score of 3-0.
I'll tell you, we're not going to have any kind of a run back here. That ball is just going to be squirted on the ground. They want an up guy to touch it and get whatever he can out of it, kill the final 2 seconds off.
And don't forget, coming up as soon as the first half is over, we'll clue you in as to who's helping us bring this game to you, and then we'll be awaiting the Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band for the pride of the Toppers. Why is it always the band that's the pride of the Toppers? How come it's not like the wrestling team or the baseball team? It's always the band is the pride of whoever.
Because I think teams, sports teams as a whole can fluctuate between up and down. Band's always going to provide you with decent music. So that's probably the reason. It's just a nice, safe call.
Just thought I'd throw that out and see what you had to say, John.
Not much, was it? Not much at all. Okay, no more. That'll be the end of those questions.
No more of those.
Please.
Gee, I wonder why questions for John.
Yeah, then everybody comes back in the streets and throws that one right in the, oh, the band.
I stay out of Chardon. That ball goes spinning out of bounds, and that'll be a penalty.
I think they'll probably tell him to, take it on the 35. You get the one free play of offense. Yeah, that's something they didn't want, was to kick it out of bounds. Actually, they'll take it where it went out, since it went up a lot closer.
So they'll get it at the 46-yard line. 2 ticks of the clock left.
Well, you think we're going to have a Hail Mary fly pattern of some sort?
I don't know. Can't hurt you. Then again, you take a knee, you get out of there and be done with it. And you do get the football back to start the second half because Chardon did defer. Let's see, they sent 2 wideouts. Why not? They'll keep Renner in to block for Weidig as Weidig goes to throw. And he's going to launch it, looking down the field, and that will be picked off. Rob Foreman picked it off, so that is the first turnover of the night for Chardon, but kind of irrelevant at this point. And we've played one half of football here at East Liverpool, and the East Liverpool Potters lead the Chardon Hilltoppers by a score of 3-0. Foreman is able to get that foot in bound. Before we get to the band, we'd like to tell you that the production of tonight's game is being underwritten by the Chardon Athletic Boosters Club and the following major underwriters. Howder's Lawn and Sports Center, Ohio's largest Cub Cadet dealer. Stop in and see their large selection of snow blowers. Gosh, do they have to mention it this early in the year that there's snow blowers just around the corner. Also by Connecticut Water Quality Systems, or Quality Water Systems. I'll get it right. Connecticut will tackle your water problems. Give them a call. It's 564-9100 for a free water analysis. Also by Max Dugan's, favorite restaurant of Hilltopper fans for casual dining. They're open Sunday through Thursday, 11 a.m. till midnight, and Friday and Saturday from 11 a.m. till 1 a.m. It's about the time we'll get home tonight, I think. And by Chuckle Chevrolet, the area's exclusive Chevrolet and Pontiac dealer. They're celebrating their 14th year of servicing Geauga County. If you're considering a newer pre-owned vehicle, stop in and find out why. You'll like the way we do business. Well, interesting first half. The defenses came up strong, and I think Chardon just got to get the offense moving here in the second half. Defense is playing well enough to win this ball game.
Oh, there's no question. You know, short of a couple of minor little breakdowns, which really weren't breakdowns at all. Like the last field goal, they gained probably 25, 30 yards on it. The defense has played a very sound first half.
Sure have. Referee had a little trouble there trying to get the clock going. Well, let's go down to the field now. Here is the Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band, and when they're done, we'll come back and we'll have the second half kickoff. Hope you enjoyed the Chardon Hilltopper Marching Band. We are just a couple of seconds away from kickoff here to begin half number 2. It took us all the way to the 2-second mark of the first half before Brian Miller hit that 30-yard field goal, and that makes the score right now 3-0 East Liverpool over Chardon. The good news is, John, Chardon does get the football back to begin half number 2, and it's always interesting to see the first drive or two into the second half to see what kind of adjustments have been made.
Well, I'm sure there's adjustments. Unfortunately for Chardon, it's going to be tough to find out what was working. They have a good idea of what wasn't working, try to correct those things. Our unofficial stats show Chardon with a very untypical 15 carries for 5 yards, a .3-yard average per carry.
Not good.
No, that's the type of thing that leaves you with a 0 on the scoreboard. Like you said, I'm sure they made some adjustments, probably more in blocking schemes than anything else.
Well, I'll tell you, this offense is always, you can strike at a moment's notice. So the fact that they're only down by 3 isn't the worst.
No, but you do have to get those things shored up because I'll tell you, those Potters have been living right in the Chardon backfield, and you can't get an offense started. Especially, they seem to be keying in on Macar carries more than anything. It seems like every time he touches the ball, a Potter can almost reach out and take the handoff himself.
Well, they will march the captains out to midfield, but as we know, Chardon will now get the option of getting the ball, and of course they'll take it.
Yeah, that's kind of a given. This is just one of those pure formality things that you go through. So we see Keith Jenkins and Keith McLeod out there to make it official that Chardon does want the ball, and Potters take their choice of what goal they want to defend.
Yeah, we're not quite sure if this is a 2-year contract they signed or just a 1, or if this will be the only time that we'll see East Liverpool in the next year or 2. But with that new conference coming up, Chardon needs 5 independent games, right? There's only 5 teams in that.
There's
six
games.
independent games.
Yeah.
There's only 5 teams in the conference.
Unless you have that inter squad, you can count that in your win record. I'm sure that's been tried before.
So Chardon will receive the football to our right. And Justin Boyd will come in to do the kicking for East Liverpool. So not much offense to speak of for the Hilltoppers in half number 1. Both defenses played outstanding. And really it was the decision of Coach Bob Thayer to punt the football and the downing of the ball at the 1-foot line that ended up giving East Liverpool the ball back at Chardon's 30, and that was what got them in position to get the 3 points.
Yeah, that's true, and that's one of those that I seriously thought that might as well go for it at 4th down, but that's obviously why I'm up here. He's down there because he made the right choice, downing the ball on the 1-foot line. Like you said, that ended up resulting in those 3 points, the only ones on the scoreboard currently.
Yeah, thank Bob Thayer for his help this week in giving us the information. Nothing like the fax machine. He's able to get Brad Crow picks it up and will come near side. Oh, if he could have just gotten past that initial surge, he'd have been wide open. Now he goes down to the 40-yard line, so excellent field position for the Hilltoppers to begin. And Brett Whiting, the quarterback, comes out. A couple completions there in the first half. We went around and tried to talk about that play on the far side to see if anybody really thought he caught it. And of course, the consensus up here is that was a caught ball by Brad Crow. There you see him breaking tackles.
Yeah, and then he slants it back towards the inside again, picks up a couple addition of shifty yardage, if you will.
First down and 10, Macar goes in motion. Whitey going to run the option. He's going to keep it, and he's going to go down. He loses another couple of yards, and again, it's Matt Salisbury. This kid has been all over the place in his linebacker spot.
Oh, that's very much. He's shooting the gaps on the inside, getting in there, stringing out the option play there, and just taking it away. Whiting probably did the best thing he could do rather than try to make the errant toss to the outside, eating the ball, because I tell you, Friedman was all over him.
Loss of a yard, 2nd down and 11. Macar again in motion. They fake to Renner, Whiting to throw. Some pass is almost picked off. Ooh, that would have been not good.
Yeah, that
Robert Jackson had it and dropped it.
That probably could have been 6 points. You needed just a little more loft on that, as Crow was behind Jackson, about 5 yards. If he had got it over him, Crow would have had the ball. Had a little bit of additional running room as well.
Rob Krebs comes off the field for Chardon. You also see Ryan Davis now checking back in to run the plan, and Davis will come to the near side. 3rd down and 11 for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, that's a big play for Chardon to try to establish something here in the second half.
Whiting to throw again. Rolls, fires underneath, gets the tight end Platts, and he leans forward, and he is going to be darn close.
It depends on the spot.
I think
it looks, yeah, the spot he's given him. They'll probably measure from that point, but I think it's over.
Yeah, he didn't have it when he caught the football.
No, it was that extra little lunge. He was just wanting it.
They're not even going to measure. That's a first down. That's a first down. Good. They got a good spot there, but also Platts' second effort was what got the Hilltoppers the first down and a little bit of life in the offense here.
Yeah, that's a big one to try to establish something here in the second half.
Jason Adams is now split to the far side. Brad Crow is a wing. They go to Renner, and Renner dragged down for a gain of a yard. They are keying on him big time. Coming up to make the play was Jay Howard. Also Chris Davis, excuse me, John.
You know, the whole point is it's great when Renner gets his 100 yards or something, but you still have to establish that fullback run. That's what keys and makes the rest of the offense go when they start respecting, having to seal inside, you know, bring it in a little tighter in the middle there. That opens the outside counter plays up.
2nd down 9. Whiting to throw. Looking for Platts again. He nails him. Inside the 35 to the 30, and Platts goes out of bounds at the 28-yard line. Just a little drag pattern, and Platts took it in mid-stride and picked up another first down.
Oh, yeah, that was very well run. Ball was delivered at a very catchable area right in front of him there where he could get some additional yardage after the catch. Nice play call by Chardon on that one.
Well, we were talking at halftime about the fact that they'd probably have to start putting it up a little bit more here to keep them honest, and so far it has been Kevin Platts, the recipient of a couple of nice tosses by Brett Whiting. First down and 10. The ball's at the 29-yard line now for Chardon. Whiting again to throw. Hit as he throws, and the pass is incomplete, intended for Makar. Whiting needed to get rid of that ball in a hurry.
Yeah, I tell you, Makar was open out there. Yeah, I agree with it, Craig. One of the things they're trying to do is put the ball in the air, keep Friedman from making his initial step forward, as you see on the replay here. Overthrows. Makar was wide open out there.
Now, Jason Yanni was in his way, and he had to get rid of it before he got gobbled up there. 2nd down and 10. Ryan Davis comes to the near side. There's Makar on the wing to throw again. Pass was intended for Makar, and Scott tried to dive and get that, but just was too far wide left.
Again, that was pretty much the same little out pattern that he ran before. Ball was just a bit too far in front of him. If he had been led properly, he could have turned it back upfield, probably got the 10 yards needed plus. That's a good idea, though, trying to get the ball into Makar's hands, because, well, I'll tell you, he is one heck of a runner when you give him somebody right not in his face as soon as he touches the ball.
3rd down and 10. Brad Crow goes in motion. Whiting to throw, being chased. Got a good block by Crow. Now he's going to keep it. He puts his head down and barrels forward to near the 30, or the 23-yard line. That will be shy of a first down by about 3 or 4 yards.
Like you said, that was a good pickup block by Crow there, because he was having his backside. You see right there, he's coming on his backside. Whiting would have had no idea that the guy was coming behind him, and possibly could have turned over the ball because he was still in pass mode where he had the ball held out in front of him. So if Crow hadn't picked him up, he might have saved a potential turnover there.
They go on 4th and 5. It would be a 41-yard attempt if they wanted the field goal. Whiting fires across the middle into the hands of Ryan Davis, and that's a touchdown.
Oh, I'll tell you, fire is the word. He had some smoke coming out of that ball. There's Air Chardon coming at you in the second half. I'll tell you, that ball was put up in the air. It was delivered well. That was just a nice over-the-middle slant pattern. And I'll tell you, Davis tucked it away nice, and Whiting delivered it right in the middle of his chest. And probably a little bruise mark will be showing up in the morning on Davis. Wow. Excellent play from both ends.
Scott Makar in to attempt the point after. Snap was a low one, but it's able to be held, and it is no good.
Went off to the right.
Pushed it. So the PAT is no good, but the good news is Chardon jumps out on top now by a score of 6-3, and the adjustments that were made is air it out a little bit.
Obviously so. And that's one of those things. Now the defense will be a little more pumped up. They played excellent ball. They know they played excellent ball. As you watch the replay, as Whiting delivers it there, just a quick slant. Nothing that the East Liverpool defenders could do on that one. He just split the seam between them. They couldn't catch up to it.
That
Excellent
was a
delivery.
rifle shot.
Boy, that was. That hurts your chest just looking at that, you know. Now we see what offensively what the Potters came up with. If they came up with some little thing they saw it during the first half that they thought might work.
So 9 minutes and 8 seconds remain in the third quarter. That was a 23-yard pass from Brett Whiting to Ryan Davis, and the Hilltoppers on top by a score of 6-3. Ooh, that was nicely done. Little sigh of relief there, I think, on the Chardon sideline. They finally got the offense on track, and they went a different tack than they're used to, depending on the run more than the pass more than the run.
Oh, very much so. Like I said, that was Air Chardon on that, something you're not used to seeing in Chardon football.
So Scott Mackar will come in to kick off for Chardon, going back deep for the Potters. Jeff Wright, Rob Foreman, and Maurice Brown.
Boy, that was one of the longest tee-ups I've ever seen in my life.
Mackar kicks it toward the sideline to Maurice Brown, who takes it at the 15. He's across the 25, squirts through a hole, he's up to the 40, and he's down at the 41-yard line. Ken Fester may have saved a touchdown with that tackle, and let's go down to the field, and here's Brian Kenny. Thanks very much, Brian. 9:01 to go here in the third quarter. Officials call the timeout. I think they're trying to get the chains
down
undone.
Yeah, might have got the links hooked together there. You don't want to have that 9 yards, 35-inch first down. You want to give them the full 10 yards.
So the Potters with excellent field position at the 41-yard line. 9 minutes, 1 second to go here in the third quarter. Chardon a little less than 3 minutes to drive the field to get their first score of the night. And now we are ready to go. The referee blows the whistle, and we will begin the first drive by the Potters. Jeff Wright is split to the far side. Greg Sims is the wingback. Maurice Brown remains a quarterback. Ryan Roberts, the up back in the eye. Rob Freeman, the deep back in the eye. And
there's the pitch.
Foreman. And Foreman gets squashed by Dakowitz, but not till he gets to the 45-yard line. So a pickup of near 5.
That's the first time they've been faking that pitch all evening long. That's the first time they've actually come to it. Maybe that's what they decided. Their fakes just aren't going to cut it if they don't start showing it a little bit. That was quick to the outside. I don't know why they haven't done that sooner. Friedman's got good speed, gets outside quick, and pitch is the way to use his speed back, getting them out.
Again, they go to Foreman, and Foreman takes it up to the 45-yard line. Just does get back to the line of scrimmage. Ken Fester on the bottom of that pile along with J.R. Vesey. Third down and a long 5.
I think it was right at the line of scrimmage because I'm looking at markers almost straight across from me, and I don't think that guy had to pull it out of the ground at all. I think they just stopped him dead on the line of scrimmage.
Well, the Potters were successful running the football in the first half, at least more so than they were passing, because it seemed like every time Maurice Brown went to throw, except for the one pass that set him up for the field goal, he was running for his life. Brown with a long count. Now he will throw again. Now he's thinking about it. Now he's going to have to keep it. And he will not get the first down as he's shy of midfield by about a yard. Excellent defensive coverage by the Hilltopper secondary.
Yeah, again, they're playing an outstanding job there because he is looking downfield. He just can't find that open blue shirt because they are blanketing him. And the sharp defenders are just moving along with him, taking his running lanes away. forcing them to take off and go with it.
And
Here, as you can see,
there's nobody there.
No, he's looking. It's not like he gives up early, goes to the run. He's taking a good look downfield, just can't find an open receiver.
4th and 2, Foreman to punt. Mackar takes it, drops it, and covers it at the 17-yard line. Smart move there. As soon as Scott couldn't come up with it, that's the wise thing to do, is put a body on it.
Yeah, don't try to make up for, the miscue or something. Make sure you don't have the turnover involved.
So back to, it's going to be the 16-yard line. So the Toppers, through the air, march down the field the last trip. Let's see if they continue this on their drive number 2. 6 minutes, 48 seconds to go here in the third quarter. I'm Craig Dees, joined by John Walsh, Brian Kenny on the sidelines. Glad you could join us on GTV this evening. Gary Renner got 2 or 3 that time.
Yeah, somewhere there, but they had a little lane open off the left tackle position there.
When's the last time you said that we'll call it a 3-yard game, was one of the biggest first down gains of the night?
Well, when you average for carries in the first half 0.3 yards, 3 yards, full yards, sounds like an impressive total.
They've almost doubled their rushing output of the first half.
One thing you can probably attribute that to is the linebackers aren't taking their initial first step forward because they got to be concerned about the pass.
Weidig going to keep it, and Weidig moves up to the 20-yard line, so he only picks up a yard.
Let's say defensive end Jason Yanni just held his position there and sealed it off. So Neal looked like he had that open lane where he was going to cut it back to the inside and get some good yardage, but Yanni sealed that off on him totally. Oh, I'm sorry, Weidig.
Time warp here for you.
No, I love centers. I'm talking Jeff Neal.
Good comeback there, John. That was
that's one of my notes for when you screw up.
Weidig to throw.
Oh,
Little
got him.
pass. Has Crow. He slides and grabs it at the 37-yard line. Led him nicely. Crow went to one knee and no problem there. First down.
Very much. That was one of those that Weidig read as he's open. I don't need to throw the gorgeous lead pass. I'm just going to make sure it's a very catchable ball for my receiver to get the gain.
Excellent shot there. That was an excellent shot of that catch. First down and 10 for the Toppers as they continue to move the football through the air. 5 minutes, 15 seconds to go here, third quarter. Ball is at the 38-yard line. It's Renner. Boy, there is nothing doing up front, and Matt Salisbury was there again. This kid is very good against the run. Jason Yanni.
He holds his ground and just doesn't give it up. And that seems to be, they keep attacking the right side of their defense, the Chardon's left side. That seems to be the hole they try to run Renner through. And boy, there's just no giving there. And I think a big part of that is because Jason Yanni is playing a tough defensive end out there.
Second down and 9. Mackar goes in motion. Weidig going to put it up again. Weidig launches it, looking for flats. He's wide open, and he can't come up with it. Ball was drifting away from him at the 30, and Kevin could not adjust to that pass. He would have been able to bring that one down, and Chardon would have picked up about almost 30 yards.
I'd have to say there's a big breakdown of some sort in the East Liverpool defensive backfield, because I tell you can't let a guy get 10 yards behind you like Platts was on that one. You look at him, and he's out there. Well, as soon as the ball comes down.
It's a nice touch pass.
You can see he's at least 10 yards ahead of any defender back there, and he could have just walked into the end zone almost.
Third down, 9. Weidig on the delay, it's Crow, and Crow gets stuck behind the line of scrimmage by Nate Moffitt.
Yeah, he just held his ground coming in from his defensive tackle position on the left side there, and just came across, held his ground, looked for the counter, stayed at home, and took away the counter action for Chardon.
High snap, controlled by Mackar, end-over-end punt, headed in the direction of Jeff Wright. Wright drops the football, it's loose on the ground, and
I don't know.
I think East Liverpool has it. Yes, they do. That would have been a big turnover. Each team has one turnover tonight. Chardon's was incidental at the end of the first half. Jeff Wright was able to come up with that ball down at the 35-yard line, and that is where Maurice Brown and the East Liverpool Potters will take over.
Yeah, JRBC was down on coverage there, and the receiver tried to take a little hop away. BC kind of grabbed his arm and just raked the ball away. Good defensive play, and good getting back on that ball, fighting for what you believe is yours.
First down and 10 now. They split Jeff Wright to the far side. Justin Boyd is the wing. Long count by Brown.
He does like those.
Another counter. Doesn't fool a whole lot of people. JRBC brings down Rob Foreman. Got a yard and a half, 2 yards maybe. We'll call it second down and 8. Clock continues to run. 3 minutes, 29 seconds to go, third quarter.
Yeah, that play was a little slow going because he did have the hole open up there. It just sealed down on it before the ball carrier could hit it. If you run the play just a tad, I'm talking less than a tenth of a second quicker, you can hit those holes. That's how much football timing is so important.
Brown to throw. Looking deep, looking for Wright. Turns, jump ball, incomplete. Makar was back there. He was also helped out by Brad Crow. That ball just hung up too high. Gave the defense too much time to get back and get into position.
Oh, yeah, that was kind of a strange one if you look down there. Sometimes Crow had the best position, sometimes Wright, sometimes Makar. As it was hanging there, they were like doing a rotation. It's kind of like one of those musical chairs, 2 seats, 3 players.
Yeah. Third down and 8.
Okay, this is another one of those critical plays. Stop it, get the ball back into your offense again.
They run a reverse. Here comes Wright. And Chardon played it well. Say, Keith McLeod stuck his ground on this side and did not get sucked in by that sweep, and he was the one that turned the play back in.
Nope, he just stood there, rotated his hips to see if the guy was going to try the inside route or outside route. Either way, he wasn't going to let him just have it. Nope. Good disciplined defense.
Rob Foreman to punt once again. And again, it's Makar and Davis back standing at the Chardon 27-yard line. Nice high kick. Davis will call for the fair catch and take it at the 20. So Chardon will take over again, first down and 10. 2 minutes, 7 seconds to go here in the third quarter, and Chardon leads it by a score of 6-3.
I tell you, that punter has a very, very strong leg. He's really kicking the heck out of the ball and getting good hang time. They're not those long line drive kicks. Those are hang time with good distance on them. You see some of the Chardon faithful. Here's Davis signaling for his fair catch, cradling it into his body.
First down and 10 for the Toppers. Jeff Neal over center. They send Ryan Davis to the far side. Wind's starting to pick up a little bit here. Whiting might be changing the play at the line. Runs Makar in motion. And gives it to Renner. And Renner might have got 4 that time. Hey.
Yeah, that was good yardage that time. Well, they call it 3. I call it a long 3.
Yeah.
Yeah, three of those 3s will give you a first down. Yeah, that's good. That time they ran him off to the right side away from Yanni. You can see, well, you had to look real quick to see it. It was a short replay. There you go. As Renner just dives forward through the hole that was given to him.
Second down and 7. Whiting going to keep it on the option. And Whiting gets up near the 27-yard line, so he'll pick up another couple of yards. So third down and about 3.5 or 4.
Yeah, long 3, short 4.
Minute 12 remaining, third quarter.
Yeah, again, this would be, for field position vantage point, this would be a good time for Chardon to get a first down here. So we're winding down to the 1 minute mark in the third quarter.
Look at the one end of the field. I'm trying to figure out which direction the wind's going. The flags are limp, but I'm getting this a nice breeze blowing in this way. It must be coming across us. Weidig keeps it, dumps it, finds Crow. That's another first down, and he's across the 40 to the 41-yard line. Nice misdirection play there, and I tell you what, all these passes except for the touchdown pass have been touch passes. Nice, easy, wide-open receivers.
Oh, yeah, you're just dropping your backs out of the backfield a little late, slanting your tight ends across the middle of the field, and he's just finding them wide open, just getting the ball to him. Don't worry about trying to get that perfect lead pass. That's where you overthrow receivers. If you just lay it up there, make it very catchable.
First down and 10. The ball is at the 40. And again, it's Renner for a couple. That was quite a night against North a couple weeks ago when Gary broke that record. Like you said earlier in the broadcast.
Yeah, what night was that, Friday or Saturday? You kind of blend together. It was a two-night football game.
Yeah, it's my first ever. In all the years I've been calling games, I've never had one, number one, delayed for anything other than injury. Never mind being stopped and moved to the next night. Well, that's the end of three quarters, so Chardon has won the third quarter. They now lead East Liverpool by a score of 6-3, and the good news is they've still got the football, so it'll be a second down and about 8 yards coming up. While we've got some time here, we want to remind you of the sponsors for tonight's ballgame. Hutter's Lawn and Sports Center, Ohio's largest Cub Cadet dealer. Stop in and see their large selection of snow blowers. Kinetico Quality Water Systems. Kinetico will tackle your water problems. Call them at 564-9100 for free water analysis. Max Dugan's favorite restaurant of Hilltopper fans for casual dining, open Sunday through Thursday 11 to midnight, and Friday and Saturday from 11 to 1. And Chuckle Chevrolet, the area's exclusive Chevrolet and Pontiac dealer, celebrating their 14th year of servicing Geauga County. If you're considering a new or pre-owned vehicle, stop in and find out why. You'll like the way we do business. We'd also like to thank other sponsors who have helped us support tonight's game: Gary's Towing and Service, A.J. Goulder Electric, Junction Auto Sales, Pizza Plus, and Lawson Ford and Mercury. Thank you very much for those people for helping us out.
Well, it's showtime now. We got our fourth quarter coming up here. And I'll tell you so far, normally at this point in the game, you see teams wearing down and conditioning wise. I haven't really seen it falling off from this Potter team. They must be an extremely well-conditioned team.
Yes, they are. Standing by down on the field. Speaking of well-conditioned, here's Brian. Goes out for 1 foot, half point. Oh, it's a 30-yard line. I tell you what, Weidig got absolutely hammered by Matt Salisbury, and Weidig is still down on both knees. He got hammered, throwing across his body, led Platts beautifully and right through the hands of Kevin.
Yeah, I'm sure Kevin probably feels worse than anybody else after that one.
No question about it. He ain't going to want to see the film of this.
No.
Rolling.
And unfortunately,
meetings on Monday. Oh,
that's one of those plays that they might show 10, 12 times. You never know.
Ouch. Third down and 8. Weidig got absolutely squashed when he threw that ball. Crow goes in motion. Weidig gives it to Renner, breaks a tackle across midfield and has the first down. That's the first real burst that we've seen Gary Renner have this evening. Couldn't have come at a better time. That's a first down for the Hilltoppers.
Yeah, that was. Like you said, that's the first Chardon-type running play that we've seen this evening. And that includes the full gamut of it. None of the counters have been working. The option hasn't been hit. The ground game hasn't been there. As we watch it again unfolding in front of your eyes here. Good hole open up. Renner hit it like a Mack truck. Got about 7-8 yards for that first down.
First down and 10. The Hilltoppers inside Potter territory at the 49. Weidig pitches it back to Mackar. Forget it. Scott lost 6 yards there. He was covered by Robert Jackson. He'll get credit for the tackle, but Macar was down on his rear end before Jackson could get there. Weidig, again, just did give it up before he got hammered.
Yeah, that's the thing. He was going to get it. He gave the shot to Macar. If he had kept it, he probably would have lost 2 or 3 yards less or something.
Well,
but luckily, there was no turnover on that.
You see.
They had it sealed off completely by both ends.
And interesting that they would run the option to the short side of the field. Weidig looking again across his body. He throws, and it's almost complete.
Oh, that would have been nice.
Adams.
That would have been a tough one to hold out there, because that was just pure hold it in your hands, and you couldn't bring it to your body. Nice try by Adams.
If we had more almost caughts tonight than we've seen in a long time. Wow, I mean, and if they're caught, they're spectacular catches.
I'll tell you, there's been some good athleticism out here this evening.
Oh, boy. 3rd down and 16. Davis will split to the far side. Platts will be the tight end on the right side. Number 44, you see him in the lower left-hand corner. And Weidig to throw. This time he'll drop back and waft it. Oh, boy, that's trouble. Foreman almost had interception number 2 back at the 20. He can't come up with it. And that'll be a 4th down and a punting situation for the Hilltoppers.
That might be one of those he was more fortunate not to catch it.
Now let's go back down to the field, and here's Brian. Punt by the Hilltoppers will take the football down to the 13-yard line.
They got a good Chardon roll on that one, as it kind of was close to the sideline and just trailed right along the edge.
So 10 minutes and 26 seconds to go. East Liverpool will have about 86 yards ahead of them to get into the end zone. 3 for the tie and a touchdown to take the lead.
Yeah, this is one of those areas. This would be no yardage at all. Would be terrific for the offense. Keep them deep in the territory, because I'll tell you, for the most part, Chardon's been giving up field position to the Potters all evening.
So 1st down and 10. Actually, the ball's on the 14-yard line. They go to the fullback, Ryan Roberts. And Roberts takes it up near the 19.5-yard line, so give him a gain of 5. 2nd down and 5.
Yeah, there was a good hole open up on the right side of that Potter offense as they kind of blew him off the ball a little bit, got enough of a receive to shorten the 1st down distance by half. Good play for the defense. Try to dig in and hold them down here with their backs towards their goal line. A couple.
That time they go to Roberts again, and Roberts will get it near the 1st down, but about a yard shy. 3rd down, well, now where they put the stick, it's about a yard and a half to go. Another big play for the Chardon defense. Love the 3 and out here.
Yeah, I imagine we're just going to go straight forward with powered football here, because getting fancy at this point when you need to start establishing something offense wouldn't be very smart football. Just kind of go ahead, blow them off the ball, try to get our 1st down with straight ahead power.
What do we have?
A timeout on the Potters.
East Liverpool is going to take a timeout, and while we have an opportunity, I want to just to remind you here, as soon as I can find it, that tonight's game is not being produced with cable subscriber franchise fees. Most other programming is funded by the cable franchise fees of Burton Township, Burton Village, Chardon Township, Chardon Village, Camden Township, and Middlefield Village. Tonight's program, however, is a special program underwritten by local businesses in the Chardon area, and done so because of the considerable distance to East Liverpool. And it was about 100 miles or so to get down here. And, of course, everybody concerned that some of the Topper fans might not be able to make the drive, so we really appreciate the efforts of the Chardon Athletic Booster Club for putting this project together, and give them a call, and all the people that we've talked about tonight that have helped to sponsor this ball game tonight, Hauter Lawn and Sports Center, Connecticut Quality Water Systems, Max Dugans, and Chuckle Chevrolet in particular, along with others, has brought this game to you. So if you get a chance, maybe just pick up the phone if you enjoyed this and give them a call and thank them for coughing up the cash to send everybody down here to bring this back home to you. 3rd down and a yard and a half.
Big play for the Potters.
Brown going to keep it. Brown's got the first down and a lot more as he's up near the 30. So that timeout pays off.
Yep, as far as the motivation, make sure you got the right play called. And that was a good one. It was a fake to the fullback, then keep it and take it to the outside. You know, with Chardon looking for the short yardage inside play, sealing up on that a little bit, it opened up the outside some.
8 minutes, 50 seconds to go in the ball game. 6-3, Chardon leads, but the Potters are driving. They've got the football at their own 31. Greg Sims goes in motion. Ball is loose on the ground, and I saw Ken Fester jumping up and down, and Chardon's got it.
Oh, that's a killer.
Now the second turnover of the night for the Potters will help the Chardon Hilltopper offense as they'll get the ball at the 30.
Oh, that helps them tremendously, because I tell you, the Potters were just starting to get stuff together where they were moving the ball a little bit. They have to. They're running out of time here. As you see the ball hitting the ground there, and just, I don't know, who came out of the pile with the ball? Did you see?
I don't know.
I couldn't tell either.
I saw Ken Fester jump up and down, but he wasn't the one with the football.
No,
he was the one who made the call, though. Big drive for the Hilltoppers. They can put some distance between them. They quick hitter to Renner. And Gary falls forward inside the
good yardage again.
30 to the 27-yard line.
Close to 3 yards on that carry.
There was a point last year where this field, because the Ohio River is just to our left, this field, if you look at the fence around the field there in the background, the water was over the fence and up into the bleachers. That's how deep the water was.
Yeah,
here.
I heard it was over the goalpost. Somebody was saying.
All the way up to the school. They thought they were going to lose the middle school here. This field in not too bad a shape. It looks a little bare, but it is very solid.
Oh.
Renner again, and he is close to the first down.
I think he's over.
Yes, he does. They stop the clock, which means first down as they will move the chains. Boy, Bob Doyle talks about it week in and week out about the conditioning of his ball, the fact that these kids show up at school very early in the morning to get their weight training in, and it has never failed him in the fourth quarter, at least the physical end of things.
Boy, I tell you, I get tired watching them work sometimes. You know, I go by and I see some of the rigorous things they have to go through, and I got to stop and catch my breath a little bit.
First down and 10. It's Renner again.
Good second effort.
Renner,
great second effort.
Gets down to the 15-yard line, so he will pick up another 5.
Oh, he was stopped at best with 1 yard gain on that one. Just kept those legs moving, vintage Gary Renner stuff. Joe, watch here as you can see him coming in. He's stopped there. He just drives the legs, and all of a sudden you see him squirting forward for an additional 3-4 yards.
That was a heck of a run.
Yeah, that was.
That was an excellent shot of that, too. You could really see, just like you said, he was stopped like a wall and bounced outside. Second down, 5. The ball is at the 15-yard line. We're under 7 minutes to go in the game. Chardon trying to salt this one away as they give it to Renner again. And Renner is right near the 10. He will be close to a first down. Actually, they're going to move it back now to the 11. So he'll be about a yard shy of a first down.
That isn't bad. I tell you, you take those 4-yard averages anytime. Wow, this is whatever they do. This has become the Gary Renner drive right here. And I think they're just going to continue to just hammer him inside so Potters show that they can put a stop to him.
Taking their time in the huddle to eat up some of that game clock. Third down and a short 2. Ball is at the 11. Again, they go Renner inside the 5 and down to the 1 yard line.
Oh, that was a nice inside cut. Heading for the hole. Saw it just a bit to his right, planted that foot, cut just at 5-6 degrees. Pure daylight for a big gain. Almost got to 6.
And Chardon will take a timeout. Bob Doyle wants to make sure that the execution is right where it needs to be here.
looking around, a lot of folks down have the 1994. There's a shot of the kiln. I guess that would be a kiln down at the end of the field. This, like I said, this is very unique. I mean, we kidded a lot about the trip down here, but it was well worth it. This is what Mid-American small-town football is all about. I mean, the stadium is great.
This is my first time I've ever been to East Liverpool, but I like to see it in the daytime to really see, because you look around here and the scenery is just gorgeous. It's rolly. You see lights and roads way up above you. You know, it seems like it's on top of a mountain or something. I bet it's absolutely gorgeous, especially this time of the year with the leaves changing colors.
Yeah, I don't know, Andy, if we can get a shot of it, but to our right, there's a cliff. There's a big hill. I guess I'm not sure if it's a mountain or not, but it's a hill for sure. And there's a house stuck on the side of that. It's got to have a great view of this ballpark looking down from the balcony.
Oh, yeah, there's an outdoor porch that just faces right between the goalposts.
First and goal. Renner.
Lunges, I think he got it.
Nope. Just shy.
Boy, you got to be talking inches.
Just shy. See, in that case, you go by the officials and not my eyesight, because my eyesight's not that good. It looks like they're going to spot it inches short. Inches short. And we've got a camera right down on the goal line, so hopefully we can give you a good look at this one. But we are down to 5 minutes and 37 seconds to go here in the fourth quarter. And the clock is definitely in Chardon's side, not to mention where the football is.
I think that was enough of a lunch. No?
They didn't give it to him. They did not give it to him.
I can't believe that. I mean, when you see that steak.
Whiting could not push, or the big guys up front couldn't push the pylon up for Brett to get into the end zone, and that'll bring up a third down. Well, the good news is the clock continues to run, so you eat up maybe another minute or so here by the time you get in. So there's now about a half a foot to go. They give it to Renner over the left side. Stood up and didn't get in. Did not get into the end zone. He was hit by Foreman. He was also hit by Yanni. Now what do? You going? Or you kick? Well, it's almost too close to kick because you got a bad angle from the far side.
Go. No, I'd go for it.
Fourth down and well, I mean, if you don't get in, you're putting them in the situation that Chardon was in earlier, deep in their own territory.
Yeah, and plus the 3 points is just going to make it 9-3. You know, that missed extra point, which still leaves them within a touchdown of taking the lead on the game.
Whiting kept it and didn't get in again. Yanni was there to make the play. They lost a couple more that time. Tried the quick hitter over the left side to fake to Renner. Whiting was going to bootleg it to the far side and never got around the corner. They don't get in.
No, that was a heck of a goal line stand, I'll tell you, by the Potters.
Wow. That's as good as I've seen. I'll tell you that much. There's all of 4 minutes and 12 seconds to go. That's the only upside of that drive. They could not capitalize on, second down and a foot?
And they actually moved them out to roughly the 4-yard line.
And they've got the breathing room that they need.
Well, it's not exactly a lap of luxury in the 4-yard line. You're
better than the 1-foot line, though.
Yeah.
So first down and 10. They split Jeff Wright to the near side. Maurice Brown under center.
What's that inside?
Again, the pile's not moving. It's moving in the wrong direction.
Yeah, I'd have to say right at this point in the field, defenses are definitely dominating big time.
Got a flag flies. What do we got? Personal foul against. That helps.
After the play, or?
I don't know. We'll have to see if it was a dead ball.
Yeah, I'm not. Now they're saying decline. Somebody's waving decline.
Well, it depends on what it is, I guess. Now they're going to make it second down, so it was after the play. So they don't have to decline it. They'll get the loss on the play of a yard. Back to the 3, and now it'll be second down and 11. Actually, where's the half the distance there if they took that play? Or maybe they didn't.
It was after the, because he didn't gain anything.
No. Well, unless they did it's hard to say. Of all the times we've seen the official make the call very prominently all night, and that time it kind of slipped by us. Second down, 11, clock running. 3:42 to go in the ball game. The Toppers relying on the defense as Brown goes back to throw, looking deep. Makar turns, looks, and picks it
Interception.
off. What a great interception by Makar.
That was a nice catch.
Scott Makar did the right thing, turned, got into position, and hauled that one in. Wow.
That was one excellent catch. I mean, forget about the interception feature of it. It just as far as the catching mechanics of a football, that was excellent.
Wow. Watch it again, coming right at you.
You know, I'll be absolutely shocked if I see the ball go in the air for Chardon here.
Yeah.
With 3:29 left, I think it's ground control right now to eat up some clock.
Potters have taken at least one timeout that I remember. So first down and 10 on the 39-yard line. Maurice Brown tried to air it out and was not successful as Renner. Flags fly.
It's almost got to be a face mask. Because he
Might be.
threw it right at the point of impact.
Question is, who grabbed whose face? Did Renner grab the defender's face mask, or did they grab his? We'll see.
Look like Renners were both down on the ball. See if we can see
No,
something here.
holding. No, they call it holding, John.
No kidding, but they threw it. You see it. Yeah, just you saw it hit the right at the point of attack. That's what threw me off because the flag came right in on that.
So the ball will go all the way back to the 47-yard line. So that will make it a first and 18. 3 minutes, 23 seconds to go. Clock has stopped. Crow goes in motion. Renner hit behind the line of scrimmage and dropped. The initial hit by John Freeman spun Gary around, and Gary got squashed back at the about a yard loss to the 49. Second down and 19.
Yeah, we got linebacker Robert Jackson is a little overboard on this. I'm surprised they don't start getting the exuberance penalties because he's playing like the pro game of I think we had Jenkins moving on that one.
I'm not sure if it was him or Kevin Platts. Kevin stayed in his three-point. Everybody's pointing his way. One of the two. So that moves it back to make it a second and 25. Not a whole lot of second and 25 plays in the playbook.
Yeah, I see down in the huddle, center Jeff Neal is sitting there yelling to both sides, telling the guys, come on, guys, we've got to get it together. It's enough of this garbage. You know, he seemed pretty animated in his trying to get the forces rallied.
Quick hitter Renner just couldn't get through the initial wave of tacklers as Jason Yanni was there again. Between Yanni and Salisbury, they've got to be responsible for about half the tackles tonight, as East Liverpool will take a timeout as we are down to 2 minutes and 18 seconds. I got them for 2 timeouts taken. Watch it again. Look at the surge. Almost got through.
Yeah, kind of just got tripped up a little bit, lost his balance.
So Chardon, after a resounding victory over Euclid last week, has had all that they could ask for here tonight against the East Liverpool High School Potters.
Oh, very much so. I think you're talking about, they're having a sale of the mini pizzas at the Booster Club window, so
hey,
hurry down if you can.
Why not? Did you go to the game at Euclid last week?
Yes, I did.
Did you have a hot dog?
Yes, that was my first Euclid hot dog. My son had been raving about him for years.
We've been teaching him. We brought him up well, you know.
Yes, I'll tell you, you do get sore jaw muscles because those things are huge. It's like a tubular tomato, sticking the whole thing in.
The only drawback of not covering Euclid any longer is no more hot dogs. Third down and 22. That's our culinary portion of the show. Again, they go to Renner, and he gets tripped up. Chris Davis got a hand on his ankle and tripped Gary, and Gary fell forward into Potter territory at the 49.
Yeah, I think he fell on top of the ball, got a little wind knocked out of him. He got up a little bit slowly there.
And the Potters will take what I have as their third and final timeout.
Which I'm guessing that means they almost had it forced into using their air attack here. Because with no timeouts, 2 minutes left in the game, You can't afford to run the ball a whole bunch.
Yeah, but I'll tell you what, I wouldn't be real confident in that air attack. Let's go down to the field, and here's Brian. Fourth down and 20. Oh, man. 50 cents for sloppy joes, John. Get down there.
Okay, hold my head.
I love this place, you know.
A garage sale football game. What could be better?
Good snap to Makar. Oh, he just does get it off as Salisbury was knocking on the door. Taken by Wright. Wright stays on his feet. He's across the 35 to about the 37-yard line. The clock will stop. 1 minute, 58 seconds to go in the game.
I'll tell you that Wright, when he gets his hands on the ball, has got some strength to him when he runs it.
Oh, boy.
And I imagine this is the right time because he's probably their prime receiver out there, got the best pair of hands on the team.
Well, what we've been told is that he is an excellent wide receiver, but they just have trouble getting him the football, and they have shown that tonight, quite frankly. I mean, they have run the ball well when they've had to, but when they've had to put it up, it's been a disaster.
Well, I think they've reached the point where they have to go to it.
And I think that's the good news for Chardon.
Yeah, I think so too.
Hope it doesn't make me a liar. First down and 10. Brown with another long count. Rolls to the near side, looks underneath, looking for Ray, dumps it, and it's incomplete. The pass was intended for Jason Boyd. Makar was the closest one on the pattern, and that will be incomplete.
I tell you, that ball was thrown so high that Justin Boyd became the defender on that. As you'll see, he gives up on it and starts going for the tackle to make sure. He really had no shot at all at catching that ball.
Yeah, smart move on his part, though, to go after the defender. Still don't think Scott could have come down with that thing.
No, that was pretty high even for the guy behind.
So Greg Sims now comes in as Boyd takes a seat. Second down, 10. That's Boyd going in Sims in motion. Ooh. They try to throw. There's Dakowitz all over the place again. Chris Dakowitz has been all over Maurice Brown and, well, just about every skilled player on the East Liverpool team all night. He has been a force. Watch him again, popping through the middle.
I'll tell you, I'm watching right now, not watching the replay as much as I'm watching Maurice Brown, and I'm not sure that he's 100% at the moment. He's wobbly and all that other stuff after taking that big hit you're watching there from Chris Dakowitz. That's the guy that's going to be throwing the ball.
He got swung down pretty good there. He fell square on his shoulder blades. And I tell you what, East Liverpool again, John, taking plenty of time in the huddle. They cannot afford a 5-yarder here. They've been known to they get it off. Brown to throw again. Looking across the middle for Yanni. Oh, that was like close to nobody. So Yanni, as big as he is, at 6'4", couldn't even have gotten close to catching that ball. No. So fourth down and 10 now.
Well, got to go for it again. Try to get that first down somehow or another. The Chardon Jackets are falling like flies out there.
Please keep your... First, have you ever heard that before? Please keep your jackets on. Sounds like my mother.
It's a trade. I think it's this warm weather. It's just making people shed like snake skin.
Fourth down and 10. Brown to throw. Is going to heave it up. Looking for Wright. Ball is drifting. Wright caught the ball down at the 20-yard line. Makar was on the coverage. That thing went up and started sailing toward the far side, and Jeff Wright somehow got underneath it all the way down to the 18-yard line. Oh, my.
Oh, yeah, that was definitely an air ball. Just flung up there, ran right underneath it.
Oh, look at that. That thing's going to bring rain. That ball is not even in the picture. There it comes down now. Look how high he threw that thing. Wow. Wow. Down to the 18. It's a first down and 10 for the Potters. They pitch the ball. Into the game now for the Potters is Robert Jackson. Jackson might have lost a yard.
I think so. He lost a little bit of yardage there. He tried to sweep it outside in the quick pitch, and they just strung it out some place. There was absolutely no place to go. All of a sudden, you're at the sideline.
Loss of about a foot or so. We'll still call it second down and 10, but it's more like 10 and a half. A minute 11 to go. Yeah. Oh my! On fourth down and 10, that ball that was thrown a mile high and settled into the hands of Jeff Wright.
Well, this is the defense's time now. Game's in their court completely. They've had it about all night. Keep the Chardon in it. It's up to them to pull it out at the end.
Wright goes in motion. Brown to throw. Brown being chased. Brown hit as he throws. Completes the pass. That's Wright again. Inside the 10. Oh,
just a little shy of the first down.
Not quite a first down. Third down and a yard. The Potters, by my count, have no timeouts left. Watch it again.
See here as Brown has taken another hit as soon as he delivers that ball.
And they spike it on third down and 1 to stop the clock. So 36 ticks remain. I don't know if there's anybody sitting but you here today. Everybody's up on their feet on both sides. So now, fourth down, they don't get the first down there, obviously. Incomplete pass, fourth down and 1. Now you're forced. Now what? If you keep it on the ground, clock's going to continue to run.
I don't know if I'd run the ball. You almost have to do it.
If it's incomplete, game's over.
They might do that little quick hitter to the sidelines that they tried before.
Then
he could step out.
That's kind of a gutsy call right now. You really put the pressure on your offense now.
Yeah.
I mean, like I say, if you go for it on the ground, the clock's going to continue to run. It'll stop as they move the chains real quick. But
they're going for
they're going for the field goal.
I'll be darned.
Wow, that tells me why. Brian Miller in to attempt a 26-yarder, and the kick is up, and the kick is good. So Brian Miller drills a 26-yarder, so that's why they were doing what they were doing.
Oh, okay, now it makes sense.
Makes all kinds of sense. Bob's there, knows what he's got. So with 30 seconds to go, it's a 26-yard field goal by Brian Miller. Holy cow, we are tied up at 6 apiece. There it goes. No question about it.
Nope. 30 seconds away from our first overtime of the year.
Yep. We were talking earlier about what kind of field goal kicker they had. I think that question's been answered in spades so far.
A fine one would be the bottom line on that one.
I'll tell you what, he has had absolutely no problem on any of these.
No, those have been dead centered with plenty of legs both occasions.
Well.
And I'll tell you, with the way the Ohio high school goes as far as the overtimes and all, having a good field goal kicker with a decent leg is definitely an advantage.
Yep.
We got us a ball game here.
Oh, boy. Justin Boyd ready to kick off. Scott Mackar goes back deep, and Ryan Davis. A line drive up the middle, taken by Mackar. Fumbles it, picks it up at the 25. And that's as far as Scott's going to get. Flags fly. There might be a face mask in there, and if that's the case, that would take the football up near the 40.
Boy, that's another one. I saw hands trying to strip ball. I didn't see.
Yep.
Wow, I didn't see hands up. See if we can get a.
I thought the only thing it could have been, there was nobody else from Chardon around who could have held or clipped or anything like that, so it had to be.
Again, I didn't see any hands up high, just like before when Chardon had one called out of my.
That makes it interesting.
I couldn't see.
To the 39-yard line.
Well, we'll see what Coach Doyle wants to do. If he wants to give a shot at it, or if he's just willing to go into the overtime as well. Chardon's got, 2 timeouts? Here's the replay. Yeah, you can't see from there.
Hard to pick it up. First down and 10. Weidig going to throw. Looks underneath. Pass is complete. It's Makar. Stays on his feet. Up to midfield before he goes down. But the ball is loose. And do the Potters have it?
They say they do, but I haven't seen a referee signal yet. Is there a referee down in the...
There's all kinds of guys down there. Chardon's ball. 9 seconds to go. First down for the Hilltoppers, and timeout should be called by the Hilltoppers. They've got... Better take that timeout because they're going to wind the clock up.
Yeah, he's going to start it.
And they want some more time put back on the clock, I think. Nope, Chardon's going to take a timeout. Oh. Can your heart stand it, folks? And I think they just signaled to Bob Dole that you got one more left.
Well, now the strategy here, do you go for the 30 yards to get in field goal range, or do you go for the whole enchilada?
With the time remaining, I think he's asking to put some more time back on the clock also, as you see him talking to the referee. I think, you throw it as far as Brett can throw it, and you hope that when the pass, if the pass is caught and down, you call your timeout and see where you are. If you're within Makar's range, you kick it, and if you don't, then you go one more time into the end zone. But 9 seconds isn't a long time. You got to get this play to develop in a hurry.
Oh yeah, it's not a sophisticated down and out and in pattern.
Got it.
I don't know if you can hear the PA announcer.
The crowd's frozen.
First down and 10 for Chardon. Crow goes in motion. Whiting to throw. He's going to launch it. Looking downfield. Double coverage, and it's picked off. Maurice Brown picks it off. Time has expired, but they got to bring him down to the ground. Oh, this would be disastrous. Brown on the far side. Brown falls down at the 40-yard line. Oh, boy.
Yes, that was definitely one of your saving tackles. Brian McCulsla just got his ankle as he was cutting down. There was only one other guy behind Brian, I believe.
Wow. Well, we have spent the initial time that we are given. Watch this run again. Look at where he started, all the way over here, and then look at where he finally ends up. And there's nobody near him. Great block on Whiting there, too.
See, he's going to try to juke right there. Brian gets his hand on him and trips him up.
All right. Well, they'll take about a 3-minute break here, as they will have to have the recoin toss. So we will come back and we will have the overtime in just a little bit.
Nothing, not a zilch. No. Any audio?
All right, we are just about ready to start the overtime. All right, let's go down to the field, and here's Brian.
This one has been nip and tuck back and forth all night. I haven't taken a hit, but I'm exhausted. The Toppers take their undefeated record into overtime against the improbable Potters. The Potters play it tough all the way through, and they'll have the chance to defend their goal. Toppers looking to stay undefeated. Back to you.
All right, what will happen here now is Chardon gets the football at the Potter 20. They will have the opportunity to run the rest of this series out, either score, not score.
Get a first down, whatever happens.
And then the Potters will get the same opportunity. We'll play innings until this thing is decided. Pass across the middle is incomplete.
Nice defense.
Nice defense by Jeff Wright as he stripped that ball away from Jason Adams.
Yeah, that ball was delivered well.
That play looked
Wright
familiar.
Just brought his hand out there. And
looked like the touchdown pass. Same pattern.
I think Wright recognized it, played a little tighter this time.
Second down and 10. And I think what you said a few minutes ago about field goal kicker, if Chardon doesn't get in here, Potters have to pick up a couple of yards, they go for the field goal, they could win this thing. I mean, with the leg of that kicker of theirs.
You're going to have to get a little bit. That makes it, if you don't move the ball at all, it's 37-yard field goal.
Flags fly, and we've got some movement, and it should be going against Chardon, and that'll move them back another 5.
Boy, you don't need that.
Now, the Toppers can get a first down once they get to the 10-yard line. So they don't have to score. It's not a goal situation. It is a situation where they need to get down to the 10 to pick up the first down, and they've got 3 plays to do it.
Yeah, 3 full ones, because this is definitely 4-down territory if you're not going to go for the field goal.
They fake it to Renner. They roll out. Mackar dumps it across the middle to Platts. Platts is inside the 10, stays on his feet to the 6, and that's a first down. Sensational second effort. Was near the sticks when he caught it and made sure he got the first down. Wow.
And then a couple extra yards on top of that. Yeah, that was strong running by Platts after he received the ball. Pass is delivered right on target. Good tuck away. And then he just goes.
Look at that ball.
Straight ahead.
Now, the good news for Chardon is if they get in the end zone, the field goal kicker becomes irrelevant to them.
Yeah, that's right.
And we know that the Potters have had a hard time running the football. Renner.
Yeah, they strung that out deep. Got maybe a yard at best.
Not much doing there.
He just never got squared up to the line. They kept him lateral by stringing it out there. As you can see, his shoulders never turned completely around upfield there. They can string him out nicely and don't let him get his power base.
Rob Foreman doing it on both sides of the ball there with the tackle. We are tied at 6. We are in overtime.
We are second and goal for the 6.
Weidig turns around. Now he will bark out the signals. Fakes it to Renner, rolls out, tosses it into the corner of the end zone, incomplete. Pass was intended for Jason Adams, and Weidig got knocked down to the ground by Nate Muffett. And Weidig bent over. And he got his bell rung a little bit there. 3rd down and goal.
Yeah, this is a play you really don't want to lose the yardage on if you're going to go for the 3 points or something.
Boy, that was just overthrown. They run Davis to the near side. Crow is a wing back, and Mackar, the other wing back. Now Mackar goes in motion. They give it to Renner inside the 5, down to about the 2. But he got it right in the middle of the heart of the...
Yeah, that's about an extra point attempt now.
Yep.
I think they marked it. It's the nose of the ball sitting about on the stripe.
And they will go for 3 here. Watch it again. So Scott Mackar will attempt a 20-yard field goal, which you're right, John. It is the equivalent of an extra point, and the spot is right down the middle. And the kick is good. Clutch kick there by Scott Mackar. And now it is a 9-6 Chardon lead.
And now it's onto the defense. And you know you got a kicker with legs. If you keep him right there, don't give him a yard, he's got a shot at a 37-yarder.
I'll tell you what, Scott just boomed that thing through. That was at the top of the goalpost, and it was still climbing as it went through the upright. There was no doubt about that one. Boy, and you go back again to the missed PAT on the kickoff earlier, on the touchdown earlier. But we'll see if that'll come back to haunt Chardon or not. Now, as you said, squarely on the defensive shoulders. If they can keep them where they are, it would be a 37-yard field goal if they move closer.
Right. So every yard you give them is lessening that. And we don't know what the capabilities of their kicker is.
Not too bad from what we've seen, but you're right. Brown under center, they pitch it. They pitch it to Foreman. Foreman is
he lost a yard. He lost a good yard.
And then, of course, the better news is the further back you move them, the better off you are, too.
That's right. That's
loss of a yard and a half. Watch this. Tim Smith was there. Who else was up there?
I can't see what the number is of the player fronting them there.
Might be JR. Might be JR VC. Second down and 12. A loss of 2 on the last play. Of course, the clock is not running. Wright goes in motion. What a great football game this was. Maurice Brown being chased, being hit, being sacked. J.R. Vesey knocks him back all the way to the 32-yard line. Oh, what a
that's
huge,
a big
play.
one. That's a big one.
They'll actually spot it at the 30. Now it becomes a 47-yard field goal.
No,
Watch it again.
47, I think, is a little unreasonable. I don't care how good. The high school kickers normally can't go that distance. I think they're going to try to get the play, the short pass completed, to try to get 10, 15 yards, get them back into the reasonable field goal attempt range, and try to tie this up, put it into the second overtime.
I think Bob Sayers asking Maurice Brown, boy, when you're being chased, you've got to just wing that thing out of there. Take your chances. Because if you get the intentional grounding, you're no worse for the wear. It's going to take it at the spot, lose it down anyway. You may as well give it a shot of throwing it in somebody's direction and hope that it falls incomplete, because that cost them another 8 yards.
Yeah, theoretically, at the moment, they're out of field goal range.
Oh, what a heart thumper this one is, huh? Gee whiz. I was worried about the 2-hour drive home and falling asleep. I think I might be awake for a few days after this.
Might be sleeping in your car.
Third down and 20. The Potters need to move the football forward at least a little bit here to help themselves out. Brown hit as he throws, looks downfield for Smith, and he caught it. Touchdown! Game's over. Oh. Jeff Wright, the recipient of a 30-yard touchdown pass, and it's coming back.
There's a flag down?
It's coming back.
I don't see the flag.
The official is standing at the 42-yard line. Or, is he waving? No, he's waving his guys in. I thought that was it. I thought they were going to.
Oh, I never saw a flag down in the field.
Bob Doyle goes over to the officials and thanks them for their effort tonight. Oh, what a heartbreaker. What a heartbreaker. Let's watch the replay again.
Yep, pass was delivered right on the money. Wright just pulled it in nicely, got the 6. Final score, 12-9, East Liverpool.
Wow. Well, that was a dandy ball game. Worth coming down here for. Unfortunately, Chardon on the losing end of things, and I don't know if you can call it a letdown or not, because East Liverpool plays such different people than we play. It's hard to say whether, you don't know what the talent's all about. But I tell you what, the Potters played their hearts out tonight, and heart-stopping. 2 seconds to go in the first half, they score. 30 seconds to go in the game, they score, and then they score in overtime. Some clutch performances by the Potters.
Very much so.
Well, that's going to about do it from here. We were hoping to get Bob Doyle on after, but I think we'll pass on that option tonight and let Bob get with his troops, and just be a long ride home to Chardon tonight. Long ride home. Well, we would like to thank our sponsors for helping us bring you this ball game tonight. Howder's Lawn and Sports Center, Ohio's largest Cub Cadet dealer. Stop in and see their large selection of snowblowers. Kinetico Quality Water Systems. Kinetico will tackle your water problems. Call 564-9100 for a free water analysis. By Max Dugan's, favorite restaurant of Hilltopper fans. For casual dining, open Sunday through Thursday, 11 to midnight, and Friday and Saturday from 11 to 1. And by Chuck Old Chevrolet, the area's exclusive Chevrolet and Pontiac dealer. They're celebrating their 14th year of servicing Geauga County. If you're considering a new or pre-owned vehicle, stop in and find out why. You'll like the way we do business. Tonight's program also being supported by Gary's Towing and Service, A.J. Goulder Electric Company, Junction Auto Sales, Pizza Plus, and Lawson Ford and Mercury. GTV and the Chardon Athletic Boosters Club would like to thank these businesses and individuals for their support. Really do appreciate it. And John, tough ball game for the Hilltoppers. Now they have got to bounce back next week and get things back on track.
Yeah, I think they want it now. They've got that feeling of defeat, and I'm sure they don't enjoy it at all. they'll get it back on track. And this is one of those things that definitely does not put a hurt to their playoff hopes.
No.
They're sitting good in the playoff point system right now. This one could learn to be something to catapult them on to greater things.
Yeah, it sure could. And, yeah, with that win over Euclid last week, the secondary points that will come their way in the next 5 or 6 weeks should be enough to get them going, and I'm sure they'll get that winning streak back on track next week against Willoughby South. Well, that's going to do it from East Liverpool. We're glad you could join us, and for all you folks that made the trip down, I still think it was worth the while. The boys played an outstanding football game against an outstanding football team. For Brian Kenny down on the field, my partner is John Walsh. I'm Craig Dees saying so long from East Liverpool and Patterson Field. The final once again, East Liverpool 12, Chardon 9. We'll speak again. Take care, everybody.